From the Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California, Fox Sports West2 presents USC football. Today, the intra-city battle continues between the Trojans of the University of Southern California and their crosstown rivals, the Bruins of UCLA. And a pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to the 67th meeting between USC and UCLA. Welcome to the Coliseum, where 92,000 capacity are expected to be on hand to cheer for their favorite club. I'm Tom Kelly. My broadcast partner is Craig Fertig, a man who has the rare distinction of having played in this game and coached in it, and it is every bit as exciting as people make it out to be.
I've got goosebumps today. I played in it, I coached in it for 37 years. That's scary.
It really is scary. And I've seen that, many of them, too, and that's even scarier from my point of view. The Bruins come into this ball game heavily favored against the Trojans, and, you know, everybody says when these two get together, throw the records out the window. Well, that's easier said than done, because UCLA is led by one of the outstanding players in the nation, quarterback Cade McNown. This guy is utterly fantastic.
You know, he's bigger than people think. He throws the ball and he can run, and he's a great competitor, Tom. The guy competes.
Did you see that over the last 8 games? 17 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yeah. Truly, as Cade McNown goes, so goes this Bruin football team. And we don't mean to denigrate the running ability of a Skip Hicks either, because McNown makes the whole thing work. For the Trojans to win this ball game today, they have to have an outstanding performance, practically letter perfect, so to speak. And they'll have to get this guy the football, and he'll have to do some magical things.
Yeah, R.J. Sauer, they got to get the ball to him, and they have to keep McNown and his guys off the field. SC's offense has to step up today, and Sauer's the guy to do it.
Well, it's an important ball game for both teams. For the Bruins, still a chance to go to the Rose Bowl with a victory. For the Trojans, a chance to make it a pretty good season at 7-4 and go to a bowl game of their own. Well, the Bruins have won the last 6. SC would love to break that string, too. Promises to be a great afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with the lineups in a moment. Every USC football on Fox Sports West2 is brought to you by Lexus and the new, faster, sleeker, meaner GS. The Bruins of UCLA, before a crowd expected to be, 92,000, won the toss and will receive to get things started here in this 67th meeting between the crosstown rivals. And there's a look at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Bobby Toledo has had an amazing run. His ball club has won 8 in a row after losing the first 2 ball games. You saw his record, put a smile on anybody's face. And in this series against the Trojans and the Bruins, he's undefeated. He's been involved in 6 wins. John Robinson in his 12th year as head coach with 104 victories, a monumental achievement. And of course, around his head swims a storm of controversy. Will this be the last game he'll coach at USC? Will he be back? We can only read into the future. SC kicks off, and the ball is a line drive, bouncing down and taken at the 5. 10, 15, 20, and it is McElroy who brings it up to about the 28-yard line. Quarterback for the Bruins is Cade McNown, and he has been something special. I mean, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Unbelievably talented young football player who can beat you with the leg and with the arm. Stewart is the center. We'll give you the rest of the line in just a bit, as McNown brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Sends Grieve in motion, gives the ball to his tailback, who finds an opening, and Hicks is up over the 40 to the 42-yard line, just like that, before he's brought down, and there is a flag on the play. Rashard Cook came up to make the stop, but Hicks explodes. Penalty against SC.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask against the defense. 15 yards additional after the end of the run.
Is going to move it from the 42, 15 more yards, all the way to the SC 48-yard line. As if they needed help. Ferris, Sauter, Stewart, Myers, and Overhauser in the skill position. Hicks, Melendi, Farmer, McElroy, and Grieve. And what a big opening series now for UCLA. First down at the SC 43-yard line. McNown to throw. Has time. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. Threw it behind his man.
Danny Farmer, George Farmer's youngest boy.
It is interesting how this series down through the years has had brothers playing against each other. Farmers are a perfect example. Petty, Maytok, Jefferson, Abdul Malik for the Trojans up front. Cusano, Claiborne, and Gibson. And in the secondary, it's Kelly, McCutcheon, Simmons, and Cook. 2nd and 10 at the SC 43-yard line. Reed goes in motion. Play action fake. Back to throw. McNown gonna run it for half. Turns back, gets hit. Can't get anywhere. Gets a yard at the most. Brought down by Jefferson. McNown, as John Robinson characterized him the other day, and as an old quarterback, you can appreciate this. Most quarterbacks, when receivers are covered, will just bring the ball down and they're intent on being a runner. McNown has the ability to run well while looking downfield for that possible guy who is open.
He's got great vision, Tom. He's got great eyesight. Boy, he's got a great feeling for throwing the football.
And this is one of those situations. It is 3rd and 9. McNown is in the shotgun. Trojans put on a rush and chase him out of the pocket. Rolling, running, gonna run for it. He's got it at the 30, 25, 20. Down to the Trojan 14-yard line. Didn't I just say that? 28 yards. McNown has made more 3rd and longs into first downs than you can ever imagine. Unbelievable.
He is something. This is what they want to do. Actually, what they really want to do is get him outside where he can run or throw. He decides right now, I'm going to run the football. He's fast enough, big enough, and he says, I'll take those 28 yards and I'll sit down.
Let me tell you, if the announcer knows that, is it not common knowledge? Shouldn't there be somebody who is just nothing but McNown's shadow? I can't quite understand how they have let him run for 28 yards in a big first down. They give it to Hicks going outside, cuts back. Rashard Cook comes up and throws him at the 9-yard line.
Boy, did Cook make a good play there, Tom. Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be a 2nd down after a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 at the 9. I can't believe they allow McNown to run free like that when everybody and his brother knows he's going to do it.
Here's their fullback outside, Walindi, and if Cook does not make that play, he's going to walk into the end zone. UCLA is blocking the Trojans right now.
The Bruins are on a magnificent streak. They've won 8 in a row after suffering opening losses to Tennessee and Washington State. Now they come up in the I formation, and McNown is asking for a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the Trojan 9, and McNown is asking for a timeout. No score in the ball game, but the Bruins are threatening. We've played about 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the opening period. We'll be back.
Man, oh man, the fire wagon is out now. Able Solani has tied it up. Wow. He shoots, save a bear. Fakes, he shoots, he scores. The Mighty Ducks answer back.
Who wants a piece? Doug Gilmore and the Devils skate into the pond to clash with Teemu Solani and the Mighty Ducks. Wednesday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2. Be glad you're just watching.
Today, our special guest is former NBA great Artis Gilmore. Artis, what's happening?
Yo, I'm lobbying to bring back the Fro as a secret weapon to ensure victory. We hide a small guy in there.
Man, that's a big Fro.
A little guy like your boy Derek Martin could hide in Lorenzo Wright's Fro.
Yeah.
When the ref's not looking, Derek could bring it home. You know what I'm saying?
I like it, Artis. The NBA. It's Fro-tastic.
Kerry Kittles and the Nets face the Clippers. Friday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2.
On Sunday, January 18th, the greatest players from the coolest game on earth gear up for the Olympics. North America takes on the world in the 1998 NHL All-Star Game from Vancouver, and you can choose the starting lineup.
Wow.
That's right, the Russell Athletic NHL All-Star Vote Watch and Win program, presented by the new Dodge. Vote today and enter to win a Durango from the new Dodge. Wow. Watch all the excitement on Fox and see if you're a grand prize winner. Vote in arena and at your local Sears retailer.
The USC basketball team is in action on Fox Sports West 2 Tuesday night. They'll take on the Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara. Live coverage tips off at 8 Tuesday night.
And the Santa Barbara coach is an old SC guy, Jerry Pim.
Indeed, and a very good coach, too, I might add. So the Bruins have the ball with a 2nd down and 6 at the Trojan 9-yard line. No score in the ball game. John Robinson paces the far sidelines. After an opening run by Hicks and a penalty, brought the ball deep into SC territory at the 43. The Trojans had a 3rd down. It looked as though they might stymie McNown, and all he did was just break free, unmolested, unattended, and run for 28 yards, taking it down to the SC 13-yard line. A play later, the Bruins have it at the 9, and now as the timeout is still in effect, they will have a 2nd down at SC's 9-yard line and 6 yards.
You know, seeing Bob Toledo there on the sideline time, he's the kind of guy, he does all these trick plays, and so you have to work on him all week long. But what you're going to get is a big dose of Hicks and a big dose of McNown. That's what they want to do.
So the Bruins come up to the line of scrimmage now. 2nd down and 6. 9 yards away from a score, 6 from a 1st down. Pitch is back, and Hicks on this week trying to go outside. No. Dropped at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play. Antoine Simmons coming up along with Jefferson. SC is very good against the run. I mean, just the plain run formation. The impression that McNown gave was of a guy just kind of floating along, not running with it. 3rd down and 6 at the 9. 3rd downs are McNown's specialty. Farmer flanked wide to the left. Lundy in motion. McNown rolling, dumps it over the middle, pass complete, Grieve, touchdown. Right over the middle, quick little toss to the tight end, Grieve, and the Bruins have gone 9 yards for the score, and they have gone 72 yards overall, aided and abetted by a penalty and a big-time run by McNown. For Grieve, that is his 4th touchdown catch of the year. For McNown, that is his 20th touchdown pass.
Well, he's having quite a year.
So we'll see about Saylor, who rarely misses. He's 45 of 47 in points after. He knocks that one through, and with 11:39 remaining here in the 1st quarter, UCLA leads 7-0. As you see, Grieve getting congratulated. He's a junior out of San Jose.
They motion Lundy, so it stretches SC out, and USC's in the zone defense, and he gets inside Gibson right there. And there's the touchdown for you.
Well, he walked right into the middle of the Trojan defense, right beyond the line of scrimmage, which has been
that zone defense.
Oh, a place of let's just throw it in there. We know we'll complete it all year long. 7-0 UCLA. Trojans get the ball next.
My budget, I still call it my allowance. This is what I make a month. This is what I spend a month. If you can help me get more out of it, that'd be great.
California drivers pay an average of nearly $800 for automobile insurance. 20th Century customers pay almost $200 less.
That's a pretty impressive number.
I told my insurance agent 2 numbers, 17 and 19, the age of my son and the age of my daughter. You should have seen the numbers he came back with.
Safe drivers with no moving violations or accidents in the last 3 years could save money by calling 20th Century Insurance. At 20th Century, there are no agents and no commissions, so you pay less.
With teenagers, you don't expect to get any breaks on car insurance. 20th Century proved me wrong.
With the money I'm saving, maybe I'll even put some aside for a rainy day. Nah.
Safe drivers could save by calling 20th Century Insurance at 1-800-540-0700. That's 1-800-540-0700.
Fox Sports West 2 is the leader in high school sports coverage. After 10 regular season games, it's football playoff time. The Arco AM/PM game of the week, Thursday. It's round 2 of the CIF playoffs. Live coverage starts at 7 on Fox Sports West 2.
The stars, the stories. We get it. You got it. All your sports, inside and out. Weeknights on Fox Sports News Primetime.
Time for a Fox flashback. We'll go to last season's cross-down battle in the 4th quarter. Trojan wide receiver R.J. Sauer down the right sideline. A 78-yard touchdown bomb. And SC led 38-21 with 11 minutes to go. But in a thrilling comeback, UCLA stormed back from a 17-point deficit and won it in the second overtime as Skip Hicks skipped 25 yards on a touchdown run, giving the Bruins a 48-41 win. It was an unbelievable loss for the Trojans. They dominated the first 3 quarters. Both teams had over 1,000 yards combined. The game took 4 hours and 23 minutes.
Don't forget about that fumble. That changed the whole game right at the end.
The fourth quarter was replete with fumbles. The kickoff by Saylor is into the end zone. It's going to be touched back there by Soward. And the Trojans will bring it out with a 1st and 10 at the SC 20-yard line. Interesting set of plays for the Bruins. They went 72 yards. And in that 72 yards, 2 big third-down situations. One where McNown runs for 28 yards. And the other on a 3rd down throws a little 9-yard touchdown pass. Well, the Trojans comes out to run the quarterback and the offense for the Trojans. 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, young freshman. Out of Corona. 7-0, Bruins lead. Play action, Fox to throw, going long down the far side for R.J. Soward. He's got it. How about that one? How about that one? In the end zone. R.J. Soward on the opening play goes 80 yards as Fox throws a bomb, and this ball game is suddenly 7-6.
I think John Robinson answered the question. He's going after him today.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? 80 yards on the first play from scrimmage. R.J. Soward has made capital out of scoring touchdowns against UCLA, but none quite as dramatic as this.
It's a streak pattern with R.J. Soward just running straight up the field and beating Guidry. No, it's Jason Bell that's chasing him.
Beat Bell badly. I mean, Bell was never in the contest. The PAT is up and it is good. And this game is tied from 11 minutes and 38 seconds. It took 17 seconds for the Trojans to tie this football game at 7-7.
That was a great throw by John Fox, too, boy. He put some air under it and let R.J. Soward use his speed and great hands.
Well, watch it again as Soward comes up on the ISO camera. You can see Bell turns with him, but from this point on, Bell is not a factor. Great throw right on the money by Fox, and Soward took it in stride and then with just a bit of elegance at the end dove into the end zone.
And Bell got up for a second.
Wow. 7-7 with 11:21 remaining in the first quarter, and now the Trojans will kick off to UCLA.
And are these SC fans into it now?
Well, is this what you came to see? Lewis and Brown are the deep men for UCLA. It's a line drive kick that goes into the end zone and will come out to the 20. And it'll be 1st and 10 for UCLA at that point. Game tied at 7. And a very good kickoff there by Rendon. A line drive affair that really would have been hard to handle had it been catchable. One of those end-over-end knuckleball type things. That is amazing. 80 yards. That's
Tom, you
78 yards a year ago, 80 on the opening play.
You know, you've covered this game since 61. Is this a
1861? That's the craziest start. All right, 1st down UCLA. That's Grieve in motion. He caught the TD toss from McNown. They give it to the tailback, and that's Hicks breaking tackles. And finally is up to the 27-yard line before Cook can bring him down. Skip Hicks, unbelievable rushing this year. Last year against Washington, he caught 3 for 106 yards, 25 carries for 160, had 4 touchdowns. And he's got 1,025 yards, 21 touchdowns on the ground, 3 in the air. And it's going to be 2nd down and 3 at the 27-yard line. Soward has 4 touchdowns in this SC-UCLA rivalry so far. McNown hands it off to Hicks again, straight up the middle, an opening. 1st down as he crosses the 30. Cook makes the stop again, but he's out to the 32-yard line and a 1st and 10 at the 32. Well, it's quite obvious that the likes of Ferris, Sauter, Stewart, Meyer, and Oberhauser up front are making short work of the Trojan rush defense that has led the conference and allowed no better than about 84 yards a game.
You're absolutely right. Meyer came out, and boy, he hit Chris Claiborne right there, who was SC's best linebacker, and that was a great block.
So it has been right straight up the middle for the Bruins, and they have a first down at their own 32-yard line. Then they give it back. McNown throwing on the run, and the stop is made at the 36-yard line. Catch by Wallendy, and making the stop was Simmons. Great fake again by McNown. It looked for all the world like he'd handed that ball to Hicks up the middle.
Well, that's what they do on first down. They like to establish Hicks and then fake it to him and let McNown get outside, and he can either run or pass. And here he is.
Look at it.
He's got good touch on the ball. He can throw it long, he can throw it hard, and he has great touch.
Cook has got 5 tackles already in this ball game. Second down and about 6 at the Bruin 37. McNown out of the shotgun. Rush tosses it on the screen play, and it goes to Hicks, and he has dropped short of the 40 at about the 39-yard line, and making the stop was Kelly.
Great effort by Brian Kelly there, coming off the block and trying to tackle Skip Hicks in the open field is not an easy task, believe me.
So here now, as you look at the Trojans defensively, Brian Kelly in particular, McNown has a 3rd and 3, the ball at the Bruin 43-yard line. He's already converted 2 big 3rd down situations. Up under center. McElroy in motion. McNown to throw. Gets a rush. Gets a nice block. Chased out of the pocket. Going to throw it on the run. Flag goes down, and the ball is out of bounds at the 45. First down on the toss to Hicks, and there's a flag back in the middle of the pack.
I'm guessing that's a holding penalty. Boy, Cusano made a great blitz there, and their fullback, Wallendy, picked him up.
Holding against SC. So the Trojans have still another big first down walk-off they hand to the Bruins.
I'd like to see that again because he called it right in the middle of the field.
Defensive holding. The foul occurred against an eligible receiver. 10 yards. Automatic. First down.
10 yards from where they threw the flag. Move it up to the 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. So by a penalty or by just great football ability, McNown still converts the 3rd down plays. Ball at the Bruin 49. Game tied at 7. 8:44 remaining in the first period here before a jammed Coliseum. 92,000 on just a picture postcard type of day. If this game were being seen across the country, there'd be 2 more million people packing up coming to California tomorrow. Hicks breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and takes it to the Trojan 46-yard line. Rashard Cook brings him down there. So the Bruins continue to run the ball right up the middle and off tackle and do it well.
Oh, I'll tell you, Oberhauser makes a great block right there. And, you know, when your free safety is making all the tackles, Tom, that is not a good sign for your defense.
2nd and 5 as Hicks picks up 5 more yards. Out of the huddle, wide to the left side goes McElroy. McElroy wide to the left. Farmer flank to the right. High formation. Back to throw. McNown dancing about. Probably will run it. And he will. To the 40. To the 35. To the 30 and out of bounds.
Boy, is he a good athlete.
It is unbelievable. 19 yards. He had 28 the first time he carried it. 19 more. He's got 49 yards in 3 carries and another 1st and 10.
Well, John Robinson said we wanted him to run. Well, he's doing a pretty good job of it right now. Watch what he does to Cusano right here. He puts his helmet back in his locker right there.
Well, I tell you, I've got some wishes. I wish John would wish for me if he can make that come true like he has for McNown. I've got some that he could turn into real realities. McNown out of McMinnville, Oregon. Excuse me, West Lynn.
West Lynn. Never rains in West Lynn, you know.
No, up the middle, here's Hicks headed for the end zone, down to the 11-yard line. And the Trojan defense unable to stop this Bruin team. And down at the 11, 16 more yards for Hicks. Robinson paces the sideline wondering what happened. to the rush defense SC was so proud of coming into this ballgame.
Watch that offensive line at UCLA is right there. Boy, I'll tell you, they are blocking USC on the line of scrimmage. I mean, Dr. Robert Francis could run through those holes.
First down and 10 at the 11. Game tied at 7. Reed, who dropped the touchdown pass, is set on the left side. There's a whistle.
UCLA's second tight end was offside.
From the 11, it'll come back out to the 16, and it'll be 1st and 15 at that point.
Tyrone Pierce got out of the gate just a little early.
Dead ball. False start on the offense.
Going to make it the first penalty of the game against UCLA. Game off to an electrifying start. The Bruins driving 72 yards. Touchdown toss of 9 from McNown to Grieve, and on the very first play from the Trojan 20, Fox hit R.J. Soward on a streak. 80 yards to tie it up at 7, and now the Bruins are right back knocking at the door again. Hicks is about 12 yards behind the line, gets the handoff, starts into it. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, he's in the end zone. 16 yards on the run by Hicks, and for Hicks, that is his 22nd touchdown of the year. A new Pac-10 record, 54 career touchdowns. Skip Hicks out of Wichita Falls, and the Bruins marching through the Trojans as if the Cardinal and Gold had not even shown up on defense.
It's a great job by Souter, their left guard, coming around the outside right here. Watch him make the block right there, and Skip Hicks takes it into the end zone.
Sailor's point after is good, and it becomes 14-7 UCLA with 7:03 remaining here in this first period. The Bruins go 80 yards, 2 very big drives, and SC trailing by 7. Wednesday night, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim home to take on Martin Brodeur of the New Jersey Devils. Catch all the action live starting at 7 with the pregame show Ducks on Ice on Fox Sports West 2. 14-7 UCLA. Hicks and company, McNown and what have you, 152 yards in offense already.
Watch Souter, their left guard. That's a darn good block by him. And then you see Ferris, the big left tackle, come around and clean up the mess, and there's 6 points.
So the Trojans, who answered that first touchdown with one play from scrimmage of 80 yards, the pass from Fox to Soward, now awaiting Sailor's kickoff. R.J. Soward and DeLon Washington are the 2 deep men for SC's, and the kick this time sails into the end zone and out, and the Trojans will start 1st and 10 on their 20-yard line. For SC on offense, it is Douglas, Breimer, Heimbach, Claridge, and Bowen up front. Incidentally, there are 17 seniors on this SC roster. Sermons, Washington, Harris, he's a freshman, Billy Miller, and R.J. Soward in the backfield. 17 seniors on the SC roster this year. John Fox, young quarterback for the Trojans, sophomore, comes out. Chad Morton is in the ball game for SC, number 7 in the tailback spot. And the pitch is to Morton, looking for somewhere to go, and he's dropped unceremoniously at the 15-yard line, and in on top of him very, very quickly, number 57, McGee. For UCLA, Ruckman, Holland, and Ford up front. McGee, who just figured in that big play, Wilmer, Ian Badeo, and Serwanga in the linebacker spots, and Guidry, Bell, Atkins, and Williams in the deep secondary. 2nd and 15 at the 15. Soward in motion. Rolling is Fox. Pass is thrown to Soward, who is hit at the 16-yard line. Tries valiantly to break a tackle. Does squirm away, but down he goes. And over leading the charge for the Bruins, number 53 is Wilmer. Soward is obviously a marked man, Craig.
Oh, yeah, they put him in motion and tried to isolate him one-on-one out here. And it's a great job by their cornerback coming off his receiver. He had him man-to-man. He came off and saw R.J. go in the flat and made the play.
3rd down and 17. Excuse me, 3rd and 13 at the 17-yard line. Soward flanked way to the left. Big rush. Fox back in trouble. Gets away, throws it upfield, and misses his man. Would have been shy of a 1st down. Pass was intended for Powell. Fox did well to get away from a very rush.
He did a great job, really.
Big-time blitzing rush by the Bruins, but he got away. And now Wren is back to kick.
Back to UCLA.
Fumble. Trojans have recovered. Let's see. It'll be on the 24-yard line.
This game never ceases to amaze me.
Fumble recovery by the Trojans. As back trying to return that kick was Eric Scott, and Bolsan, who's been on the kicking team and a senior, down there. They nailed Scott. He coughed it up, and SC will have a 1st down at the Bruin 24.
Anthony Wilson's done a great job all year on special teams. Kickoffs, punt return, and he was just hustling. If you hustle, good things are going to happen to you.
So the Trojans, trailing 14-7, have forced a break, and they start on the Bruin 24. Fox gives the ball to DeLon Washington, and on the right side, he takes it for a couple to about the 21-yard line.
See, UCLA's philosophy this year on defense, Tom, their offense gets them off to a big lead so they can take chances. They've got 2 real good corners, and they'll take 9 guys and stun all the time, and they stunted on that play.
A gain of 2 for Washington, who goes off the field now. 2nd and 8 at the Bruin 22. 4:54 remaining in the 1st period. What an opening period it's been. Soward wide to the left, Miller in the slot. Fox pitching back to Morton. He's at the 20. Morton to about the 17-yard line. Bottom of the pile again, number 53, Wilmer.
Well, they did the same thing that time. They brought Wilmer and McGee. Watch Wilmer come. They move him from the middle sometimes to the weak side, to the strong side. You never know where he is. And here he comes from the strong side this time, and he makes the play. They brought McGee from the backside that time.
It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for SC. The ball is at the Bruin 17-yard line. 14-7. UCLA leads. Fox, play action, back to throw, steps up, throws it down the middle. Touchdown, USC. Bastianelli right over the middle between defenders, 17 yards, and the Trojans are 1 kick away from tying this one up. What a big fumble recovery by Bolsan, and Fox threaded it right down the middle. Watch it again as Bastianelli across the middle stands between Bruin defenders for the catch.
It's an in pattern. He starts at the corner, breaks it back to the inside, and he's all alone. And a great throw by John Fox.
Adam Abrams for the PAT attempt. Snap, it's down, he hits it, it's up, and it is good. And 3 plays, 24 yards following the fumble recovery by SC. And with 4:03 left in this 1st period, this game is tied at 14.
And thank goodness we have our cardiologist sitting between us, right? See if we can get a look at Bastianelli here. He breaks to the corner, makes a really good cut, breaks it right over the middle. And John Fox, did you see Wilmer's right arm out there? I mean, that's a great throw.
Can I tell you, he might have handed that ball off for big yardage, too. The back that he faked to walked right through the middle of the Bruin line. There was nobody near him. In fact, he walked about 3 or 4 yards and stopped and looked around as if, can I find somebody to block or something? The Bruins have Brown, number 1, and Lewis, number 23, is the deep man awaiting this kickoff by Rendon. This one is high, end over end. In the end zone, Lewis downs it there, and it'll come out to the 20. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. Well, I tell you, this series in its 67th meeting, I don't think has had many more dramatic opening 1st periods than the one we've seen so far here today.
I've never seen one like this before.
There haven't been many clunkers tossed in.
No, not at all. It's always gone right to the wire most of the time.
Boy, just 28 points scored here in this first period. 14 apiece. McNown now comes up to the line of scrimmage. Lundy and Hicks are the setbacks in the I formation. And the give is to Hicks, who is dropped for a loss at the 18-yard line. Hit and dropped Claiborne along with Williams in on the stop.
Boy, does Williams make a move here. He goes right by their right guard, Andy Myers. You watch him go right by Andy Myers, right
and one of the
there.
Bruins shaken up on the play, Coach. Big number 69, Oberhauser, the right tackle, shaken up, being helped up.
He's their most consistent lineman. This is really going to hurt UCLA. You know, this offensive line at UCLA, Tom, if you total all the games these guys have played in, it's over 100 games. They're very experienced.
Comes off the field, big guy, Oberhauser. Sacramento, 6'6", 304 pounds, a senior. Michigan, of course, with the victory over Ohio State, has, I'm sure, clinched a Rose Bowl berth from the Big Ten.
So I bet you they're watching right now.
Second down and 12 for the Bruins at their 18-yard line. McNown up under center. Turns, play action, rolling to his left, looking, being chased. Claiborne has him.
Great job by
Gibson comes up and nails him right at the 20.
The old coach came out at me there. I got fired up there.
After Claiborne slowed him down, why Gibson nailed him, and down went McNown.
Can you see that spot on Claiborne's helmet right there? That means UCLA is hitting somebody pretty good. That's a gold spot there.
Paulie Dixon comes into the ball game for the Bruins. He's number 92. Farmer's in the slot. Wide to the right is Grieve. Wide to the left is Paulie Dixon. Shotgun. 3rd and 10 for McNown at his 20-yard line. Ever dangerous. McNown, there's a flag down. McNown is going to get hit. Boy, lucky the whistle was heard by everybody on the field, or McNown might have been busted in two.
You got that right. Simmons was coming hard from his backside.
Oh, boy, was he. Flag on the play might indicate procedure.
Full start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down. No play.
3rd and 15 now at the 15. McNown has converted 3rd down situations repeatedly here in this opening quarter, which has 2.5 minutes yet to go.
Watch the screen or watch him rolling out.
So McNown out of the shotgun now, has receivers set strong to the right, the open side of the field. And he rolls to his right, cocks his arm, going to throw it downfield. Just threw that clean off the field into the Bruin bench. And for the first time in this ball game, and we haven't yet played the entire first period, the SC defense stymies McNown and company. And I don't know but what the big play might have been, stuffing Hicks at the line of scrimmage on the opening set to make it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Aaron Williams and Chris Claiborne set the move.
Because, you know, Hicks has just been running through the Trojan defense like it wasn't there. All right, Saylor, who does all of the kicking chores for the Bruins and does it so well. Chad Morton waits at the SC 44-yard line, and the kick is not all that deep. And Morton lets it bounce. It takes a Bruin bounce to the 35 and down to about the 34, 32-yard line. 53 yards without a return. SC will start 1st and 10 on their own 32.
They're going down today. Fight out, Trojans. Bruins is going down. Fight out. Here we go.
Not only does he scare me at times, but that Arab horse that he rides, that Arabian, he's always scared me. And he's number 5.
Traveler 5.
Trojans lead 34-25 and 7. SC winning 32 games here in the Coliseum. On the outside, swinging back, almost breaking free was Chad Morton, who runs it over the 50 and down to the Bruin 48-yard line, a gain of 20.
Boy, you saw his speed right there. Serwanga, number 11, their corner. I hope we get another look at this. He bounces it outside. It's the power play. He gets outside. Now watch Serwanga. corners can run. Look at him run right by him. And again, when your free safety makes the tackle, you're not playing real good defense.
Penalty against SC, going to negate that fine run. That is the third big penalty against the Trojans. Going to take it all the way back to the 28-yard line. Guidry was the man who made the stop on Morton. Mark it at the 28-yard line. It's going to be first down and 14. Fox hands off to Washington up the middle, finds an opening and takes it to the 40 and maybe the 41 before he is brought down. And to make the stop was Nevedomski for UCLA.
Oh, is that a great job by Claridge? Heinbach, look at Heinbach's block right there. Chris
Good block
Breimer
by Sermons.
Look at Breimer right there. Boy, everybody made a block there.
Mark the ball just over the 40. Going to be a gain of 12. Second down, a long 2. Washington trying to find some room outside. There's a flag comes flying in. And Washington is hit and dropped, making the tackle on Washington. Big number 53, Wilmer. And so far, all of the flags have been against SC, and this one is no exception.
That was the umpire, John Pemberton, and his arm's got to be getting tired, shouldn't it be?
Holding by the offense. 10-yard foul. Still second down.
Look at the left side of your screen here and see where he calls it. Ooh, he calls it on Jonathan Heinbach, and I think that's a great block at the left side of your screen on the center.
Well, the guy with the striped shirt didn't think so, and it's going to walk it all the way back to the 27-yard line, where it's going to be second down and got to be about 16. Second and 15 they've agreed on. Back at the Trojan 27, and SC has been penalty ridden throughout the opening portion of this game. Behind the line to Sermon. At the 30, 35, dropped at the 36-yard line. Had some blockers in front, but they disappeared when Guidry came up to make the tackle. Robinson shouting encouragement to his ball club at the 35-yard line.
There's your buddy, Gypsy Boots. He's still around.
Oh, yes, God love him. How old is he? He's 102 years old, isn't he? Living in that tree in Griffith Park. First quarter comes to an end, and what an exciting first 15 minutes it's been. SC 14, UCLA 14. Trojans will have the ball with a third down situation when we come back. You know, USC football on Fox Sports West 2 is brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealers, who invite you to come in and test drive a Lexus today. Second quarter gets underway with SC having the ball on its own 35-yard line. Third down and 6.
How about going to your tight end right now, Tom?
Thank you.
If they say 3rd and 6, I tell you, it looks more like 3rd and 8 to me, doesn't it to you, Dennis? Yeah. They've got to get the ball out to the 43-yard line at least, and they're on their own 35, and that's 8 yards, no matter how you slice it. It is just a beautiful, beautiful day weather-wise here in Southern California. Mountains to the north, blue sky. Game at 14, and here's Fox up under center. Big third down play for him, dumps it off, throws it behind the line, missed DeLon Washington. There's a late flag coming in. Side judge comes in with a late flag, whatever that is. I don't know, but we'll find out, I'm sure.
UCLA's middle linebacker, Wilmer, he got there in a hurry.
I think it's against
ball,
UCLA.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask.
Personal foul against UCLA. After the play.
Automatic.
Is that a Phi Beta Kappa move? I mean, the man has thrown the ball away. Does Toledo love that?
That's a good third down call.
Boy, first down for the Trojans as we check the first period stats. UCLA with 9 first downs to 2, 116 to 21 in the rushing. Look at the yardage, 132 to 129, 1 turnover, that fumble. UCLA has had the ball almost twice as long as SC. SC used 1 play to get it even at 7, that being a pass to Soward, and then following the fumble, managed to punch it in the end zone. At the Bruin 49, first down. Fox pitching back to Morton, cuts back. He's open at the 40. He's at the 25-20. He's in the end zone all the way. Chad Morton goes 49 yards with electrifying suddenness.
Oh, Willie, you see Phelan Pounds' block.
Chad Morton puts the Trojans in front, 20-14. This crowd of 92,000 buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. That is his first touchdown from scrimmage, and he languished, perhaps that's too strong a term, on defense for about 8 games of this season. Well, we'll see about the PAT. Snap, it's down. Abrams hits it downtown.
Right in the back
the
of the
Trojans lead 21-14. Watch Morton hold everything. A flag is down on the PAT. Referee coming over to explain this.
Dead ball. False start. On the
False start
offensive line.
against.
5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
Well, they're going to try one more time. They'll move it back 5 yards. And Robinson is out talking to the official.
Colin McDermott is his name.
You know what the official is saying? I can tell you, not my call, Coach.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go talk to the other guy.
Not my call, Coach. It's on the other side of the field. Unbelievable. 49-yard run by Morton.
What time's your flight tonight?
I'm all right. You kidding? We're in the second quarter. 68 yards in 4 plays for the Trojans. Yes. Whose defense gave them the ball in good field position. So now it'll be, in essence, almost a field goal try from the 15. This will be a 25-yard point after effort by Adam Abrams. Snap, he hits it, it is up, and it is still good. And so the Trojans, for the first time in this ball game, are on top. They lead with 14 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the half. There's young Chad Morton. His brother Johnny plays on Sundays and other days in the week. 21-14. Welcome back to Fox Sports West 2, your region of Fox Sports Net, and our coverage of USC football. Here's another dash, 49 yards by Morton.
Student body left. Watch Phelan Pounds, number 73 there. That's 315 pounds. Did you see him pull around there and make a great block on their linebacker, Wilmer?
Made the block that made the play
Oh,
that
yeah.
allowed Morton just to run untouched, unscathed, unthreatened into the end zone. All right, Rendon will kick off for the Trojans, and we've got Lewis and Brown as the 2 deep men for UCLA. 4 plays, 68 yards, and Morton gets his first TD from scrimmage on a 49-yard run.
I was doing Pounds a favor there when I said 315 out of that.
Rendon hits it, not that deep. High, coming down at about the 10, fumbled, picked up, breaking into the open, but being dropped as he gets out about the 25-yard line was Brown, and we'll wait to see about the flag. Zeke Moreno was there to make the stop. Flag is all the way back down here at the 37-yard line, which would seem to indicate that SC was offside on the kick.
Encroachment by the kicking team.
Well, would you have him kick it over again? What happened to Rendon's ability to put that line drive into the end zone that was so evident in the first quarter?
You're right about that.
That can barely get to the 10-yard line now all of a sudden.
With the speed of UCLA,
Encroachment against the kicking team. Penalty is declined.
Penalty is going to be declined, so the Bruins are going to have it first down at their 26-yard line. 21-14, SC leads. 14.5 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Molly Dixon is flanked wide to the left. Receivers to the right. McNown hands off to his tailback Hicks, and Hicks is dropped as he crosses the 26, gets to the 27. Cusano was in there leading the charge along with Williams and big number 99, Davis.
Well, I'll tell you, Williams is handling Andy Myers the offensive guard for UCLA. He's beaten him 3 times in the last 4 plays.
You can see that SC's defense against the run, as we spoke of it earlier in the first quarter, which was almost non-existent, considered one of the best in the nation, 6th best in fact, suddenly has found a way to stop Hicks on successive plays, at least holding him to minimal distance. McNown back to throw, cocks his arm, looks and fires it over the middle, incomplete. Boy, and he had his man wide open.
He'd love to have that one back, I guarantee it.
Well, I'll tell you, he'd love to have it back, and he had another receiver all the way downfield. But he had McElroy wide open.
Here it is. McElroy is running a post pattern in between a 2-deep zone with man-to-man underneath, and he just overthrows it. Boy, I tell you, look at all that green grass. I mean, was he open or what?
3rd and 9 at the 27. McNown out of the shotgun. 21-14, SC leads. Another big 3rd down play. McNown back, has time, throws it upfield, complete at the 40. And with it is Polly Dixon, and down at the 45-yard line. Cook makes the stop. But again, the Bruins and McNown, a 20-yard pickup on 3rd and 9, and UCLA keeps the drive alive.
Well, he came back to their go-to guy on 3rd down. It's Danny Farmer running inside route.
Really? I thought it was number 82. No, it was Farmer.
I know his dad and mom very well. And again, Tom, that's an SC in his own defense, and as you said all year, that's where they're vulnerable.
Right over the middle, repeatedly. 1st down at the Bruin 45-yard line. McNown hands off and hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage is Hicks. Stop for no gain.
Good job by Cusano there. And Abdul Malik, both of those guys did a good job. They came off their blocks and made the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line. McElroy and Polly Dixon come into the ball game. Going out is Lee and Willendi. 2nd and 10, Bruins at their own 45-yard line. 2nd quarter, McNown in the shotgun. Straight back, dumps it off, caught by Polly Dixon at the 50, 45, down to the Trojan 41-yard line. And it's amazing, if you watch this again on replay, maybe 4 or 5 Cardinal and Gold Trojans ran right by him while he was busy catching the ball.
It was a great job by McNown to get the ball to him. There's no place to really throw the football. Look at that.
There's 2 of them right there, including Kelly. Cusano misses him.
It was an excellent job by McNown.
To the 42-yard line and a 1st and 10, and McNown continues to be Mr. Magic. Lone setback is Hicks, and McNown back to throw, pumps, steps up, gets hit, stumbles away. Going to be free, throws it, and finds a man open. And he's down to the Trojan 21-yard line as McNown got hit and got away. 22 yards and the catch by Polly Dixon, and the Bruins are right back in business again.
Boy, David Gibson was right in McNown's face, and he didn't make the tackle. And boy, it shows the strength of McNown right here. Watch Gibson come hard. Right there, misses the tackle, and he throws a strike, and 22 yards later, a 1st down.
So the Bruins, who trail 14-21, are back knocking on the door again. McNown has got him back down at the Trojan 20-yard line. 11:50 remaining in this 1st half. High formation, Farmer comes in motion. McNown gives the ball to Hicks, trying to sweep, cuts back, and gets maybe a yard to the 19, maybe 2 to the 18 as Cusano and Kelly make the stop.
I hope we get a shot of this again. Gibson makes a great stop, and Cusano finishes it off. Gibson has a knack of fighting off blockers and rebounding and making the tackle. Watch Gibson to the right of your screen, number 22. He's right out to the right now. Watch him come off the block right there, reach back, make the tackle, and Cusano comes on.
Hicks in his last 4 rushes has picked up 0 yardage. 2nd down, they give it to Hicks, and he is stopped for little no gain. In fact, they drop him at the 19, which is going to make it 3rd and 9 at the Trojan 19. Gibson and Williams in there defensively. Just under 11 minutes remaining in this first half of play. It has been the unbelievable, uncanny ability of Cade McNown to convert impossible situations into big yardage. It has made this ball game a big game so far for the Bruins. Made their season great. Third down at the Trojan 19, and McNown is changing up at the line of scrimmage. Big rush. He's back to throw. Set. Looking. Throws it away, and flags are down. And I would imagine the Trojans are going to be nailed with a pass interference call.
SC brought all three linebackers. They brought everything but the kitchen sink, and somebody got caught pulling now.
In the meantime, they are piling yellow flag upon yellow flag at the 15-yard line. So whether it's
both flags
McNown
for the same foul. Defensive holding against an eligible receiver. 10 yards, automatic. First down.
If it isn't the great ability of McNown to do it by himself, the Trojan defense chips in just when they have him throwing it away on a big third down play and come up with still another first down. Penalties for the Trojans, Dennis? I almost hate to ask. It's like trying to balance my checkbook. It is such a deficit thing. 6 for 64 yards. 64 yards in penalties, and the Bruins have a first and goal at the 9-yard line. 21-14, SC leading, but the lead may be short-lived. Coming in motion, Grieve, and the handoff, and Hicks tries the middle of the line again. He gets maybe a half a yard. Call it second and goal at or around the 8-yard line.
What's the bootleg with McNown right now?
McNown is just a magnificent football player. He's like a riverboat gambler. Boy, I tell you. Second and goal at the 9. Receiver set to the right side. Set back is Hicks. McNown back to throw, fires the pass, a flag down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. There is a flag on the play. McElroy made the catch.
I think they got McCutcheon holding.
It's also a flag here on the line of scrimmage.
Defense offside. Penalty declined. Touchdown.
Defense offside, so McNown throws another TD toss, this one to McElroy, his favorite receiver. McElroy coming into the ball game had 8 touchdown catches. Now he has 9.
Well, we can't see McCutcheon, but he must have been lined up in the neutral zone. He's right out there to the left. Quick slant pass. Touchdown to UCLA.
So the Bruins are tying it up now. We'll see about SC guilty of still another penalty, one that isn't walked off against them. That would make 7 if you were keeping that close of track. Unbelievable.
They caught SC at man-to-man. I think McCutcheon lined up a little too close.
10 plays for the Bruins, 74 yards. Sailor to see about the PAT. No problem. Kicks it up and through. Game is tied at 21 with 9:34 remaining in the first half. Can SC respond and retaliate? Go away. We'll be back to find out. A little Fox flashback to 1967. 10.5 minutes left in the game. Trojan tailback O.J. Simmons runs one of the most famous runs in all of college football. 64 yards as he dazzled the Bruin defense, giving SC a 21-20 win and a Rose Bowl berth on their way to their 5th national title. Tommy Prothro in that game, Coach, said, I knew we were in trouble when the only man who could catch him was blocking for him.
You know, I called that play. It was called G Green 24X out. That doesn't mean a lot to you. Doesn't mean a heck of a lot to our team either. Toby Page changed it to a run to O.J.
And, you know, Simpson had a run earlier in that game, or maybe it was later. Memory dims a bit. 12 yards. And I believe, as you look back at it, and they made a poster out of it, there might have been as many as 10 men had a shot at him. He went 12 yards into the end zone.
That's the best run I ever saw him make.
Probably a more difficult run than the one that he went for 64 that we just showed. All right, Sailor kicks off. We're tied at 21. And this is sailing into the end zone and out. Sailor, the young man from Notre Dame High in the Valley. Unbelievable. It'll be SC, first and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
They call it the wrong spot. We'll try.
Fox and McNown, you can compare them. 4 of 6, 7 of 10, 2 touchdowns apiece. Fox has got 108 yards. 80 yards of that on that first play to R.J. Soward. Play action fake out in the flat to Soward. Soward gets by Gidry for a moment, then is out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Darn good call there. SC lines up with 2 tight ends, play action fake, and just run the hitch to him because Gidry's got to get off him. He's afraid he's going to go 80 yards again.
I would love a stop and go off that. Boy. Second down and about 1.5 yards, call it 2. The ball just nosed over the 28-yard line. 21-21, Soward flanked wide to the left. 9.5 remaining in this first half of play. High formation, 2 tight ends. DeLon Washington takes it to the 30-yard line. It's a lot easier up here than it is down there, but I'm sure you noticed along with me. And had DeLon Washington kept his head up and looked to his right, he'd still be running.
Exactly. The hole was outside. You gotta keep your head up. That's instincts of a running back.
Keith Burns hammering away at the Trojan defense. Penalty, penalty, penalty. Unbelievable. First and 10 SC at its own 30-yard line. Wide to the left is Soward. Bastianelli to the right. Fox on a play action. Going downfield for Soward. He's got big traffic trouble. Ball falls incomplete. 3 Bruins around him and no flag, and that's what the crowd is buzzing about.
Boy, I'll say.
And Robinson on the sidelines is all over that official.
Let's take a real good look at this one.
Soward had 3 men around him. Did anybody bump him? Did anybody go after him? Anybody fall
there,
on him?
Right there.
And not a flag.
Oh, boy.
Second and 10 at the 30. Into the ball game is Lavelle Woods. He takes the pitch on the sweep. Looking for somewhere to go, finds nowhere to go. As the Bruin defense swarms all over him. They went right by Roll Douglas like he wasn't even there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13 now, back at the 27. When the falling flags have all been against your team. And I would think that predominantly there are more Trojan fans here than Bruin fans, although there are certainly a lot. You kind of really venture anger or spleen or something when a flag isn't thrown, what you think should be a flag situation. Sherman's in motion. Pass in the flat, trying to run a screen. With it is Soward, who can't get away. Great defensive effort by Gidry, who just jammed that whole thing up. Billy Miller, the other number 3, probably had a chance to knock Gidry flat with the block, but didn't.
Well, this is a great job by Gidry. He reacts to this, sees it's going to be a little inside screen, beats Billy Miller, and you see him reach back and grab the jersey. When you're tackling a fast wide receiver, you've got to grab his shirt, take him down.
It'll be Eric Scott awaiting the kick, and Scott watches it bounce to him at the 20, comes back to the middle, coming to this side, turns, and is going to be dropped at about the 28-yard line, and a flag comes down. And the crowd will really be on the officials now. One assumes it's going to be a face mask.
On the punt by Jim Ray.
Dead ball, personal foul against the kicking team. After the play, 15 yards, first down.
Oh, I'd like to see that again. My goodness.
Well, in a game that is 21-21, suddenly the ball comes all the way out to the Bruin 44-yard line. Penalty after penalty. And the Trojans are their own worst enemy. Fox Sports West coverage of high school football continues Thursday night, the Arco AM/PM game of the week. Second round playoff for the CIF. Teams aren't decided yet, but live action kicks off Thursday at 7. McNown and his own 44-yard line. Gives it to Hicks on the sweep. Comes back and gets a couple of yards as he's out to the 47-yard line.
USC's doing a better job up front, Tom, on 1st and 10 now. They're shutting Hicks off a little bit. And now you got to think about McNown. Bootleg, get him outside, let him throw the ball, let him run it. That's what they're thinking on defense right now.
I'm busy here adding up the flags. What, about 7 now or 8 against SC, and the yardage has got to be close to 100 yards, isn't it? 79 yards. And a couple that didn't count. 2nd down at the 47. McNown to Hicks again. Trying to come outside. And has dropped Gibson. Makes a fine tackle as he takes Hicks' shoe off. Hicks, being the good runner that he is, when he went to the line of scrimmage, found no room at the end. Just bounced outside as good runners will do. And he was just a step away from making it a very embarrassing moment for the Trojans.
Watch Aaron Williams.
Made the stop.
Watch Aaron Williams, number 57, right here. He stuffs it, makes him go outside, and now Gibson comes up, and the sure tackler he is, he makes the play.
And here we have McNown with another 3rd and 10. And he's back to throw, rolling, maybe going to run it. Has to go outside, throws the ball upfield. Pass is caught, and it'll be 1st down or very close to it. See where they mark it. It'll be a 1st down at the Trojan 45.
Well, they're going to roll him out like they do on 3rd and long, and Danny Farmer's got one-on-one on that side. See McNown buy himself some time right here. Good throw, and Danny Farmer's their guy on 3rd down.
So McNown does it still one more time. Magic. That's what he is. Unbelievable. 21-21, this game is tied. We're in the 2nd period with 5.5 to go, and the Bruins threatening to take the lead once again. McNown back, turns, gets away, gets his shot around, and down he goes. Cusano drops him for a loss. Back at the Bruins, 47. 2nd and 18 coming up.
USC's letting it all hang out. They're bringing all 3 linebackers. Cusano beats Meyer to the inside right there. And again, when you're tackling a good athlete, stay up high on him and then drag him down.
Mark Cusano, the junior out of the Colony in Texas. 2nd and 18 at the Bruin 47. McNown rolling to his left, fires it right back up the middle, pass complete at the 30, out of bounds at the Trojan 18-yard line. It's amazing how McNown just tears that SC pass defense apart. Neufeld was the man who made the catch.
Right, a little bootleg and bringing your tight end Neufeld across the field. Just a great touch pass by McNown one more time.
So he has the ball at the Trojan 18-yard line with another 1st down. Neufeld, a big 6'4" kid, junior out of Morgan Hill. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage was Hicks as Claiborne is all over him. Brian Kelly, Abdul up there as well. Hicks gets stuffed at the 20, 2nd down and 12. Farmer checks into the game. Out of the game for UCLA is Cretion. Lee comes out. In his last 9 carries, Hicks has not picked up a yard. 2nd down. McNown, short drop, fires it over the middle, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Tried to get that one to Paulie Dixon.
Dixon's fortunate it didn't get to him. You see where shot Cook coming at him?
Yes.
Boy, he had him in his sights.
3rd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
He could have caught this ball. It's just a quick slam, but watch Cook come hard right here. And no matter how good a receiver you are, you take a little peek once in a while when you run inside there.
Well, even with 92,000 screaming fans, you can hear footsteps. All right, here's McDowell's favorite play, or down, 3rd and long from the Trojan 20. He's back to throw, gets a rush, steps up, throws it down the middle, incomplete.
Real good defense.
Can you believe there was not a flag on the play?
That was excellent defense.
I can't believe there wasn't a flag thrown there. That has been either McDowell throws it for a completion or the Trojans throw in a flag.
Gibson and Kelly did a wonderful job there of squeezing the receiver right between them.
So Saylor will come on now, and this is going to be a 37-yard field goal try, well within his reach.
Joey strike good, lad.
Tied at 21. Saylor to break the tie, hits it. It is up and it's no good. It's no good. You know, a while ago we showed you the run by Simpson, talked of some of the other great plays. You know, blocked kicks, missed field goals, and blocked field goals have played an important part in this series as well. We'll be back.
Where was the internet first created? Who gives old movies new life? Who's a leader in the battle to cure AIDS? Who sets the standards for lifelong learning? What will they think of next? UCLA, where the world turns for big ideas.
It's being amazed at just how well the game can be played when in the hands of world-class athletes. It's the possibility that maybe, just maybe, a spark of that perfection could find its way to your racket. It's chasing down that one ball the other guy never thought you'd get. It's the joy on a child's face when she sends one over the net. It's knowing it's something you can enjoy for a long, long time. It's being able to spend an hour with a total stranger and knowing you'll meet again. It's watching raw potential take shape. It's the chance to root for the home team. Whatever it is you love most about the great game of tennis, the United States Tennis Association is here to make it even better. The USTA, a volunteer-based, not-for-profit organization with a mission. The USTA, get in the game.
Tuesday on Fox Sports West, don't miss a behind-the-scenes look and inside the NFL on NFL Total Access, followed by Hardcore Football. Special guest, the fearsome foursome. Those are the Rams from back in the 70s, led by David Deacon Jones. NFL coverage like no other. NFL Total Access, Hardcore Football, Tuesday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West. SC starts at its own 20-yard line with 3:50 to go in the half. Game tied at 21. Fox up under center, two tight ends. Soward wide to the left side, long count. Gives the ball to his tailback, and DeLon Washington takes it to the 28.
Real good job by Kenny Bowen, the right tackle, and Travis Clary is the right guard there. That hole you were talking about outside, Tom, he saw it that time.
But he did run with his head down. Has a tendency to do that. 2nd and 2. Again, two tight ends. Again, Soward wide to the left. And this time, Washington takes it up over the 30 to the 31-yard line. And I tell you, Powell came up rolling up a block. And I mean...
Marvin Powell, wow.
Lewandowski, I thought he was just going to roll him into the turf. 1st and 10 at the 31.
8 yards down the field. As a linebacker, when you have grass stains on your back after the game, that's not a real good game for you, you know.
It'll be 1st and 10 SC. Clock shows just under 3 minutes to go in the half. SC at its own 31-yard line. Game is tied at 21. Fox back to throw, has some time over the middle. Pass, tip. Soward had it go right off his fingertips and right off those of Billy Miller as well. And they're going to say no catch. Oh, boy, what an effort.
Oh, boy. Larry Atkins, I think the strong safety, gets a little hand on this and just tips it a little bit. See if we can see it right here. See if he gets a hand on it and just tips it just a little.
He did.
Yep.
So Soward can't get it.
How about
got
behind
it on
the
his back. And Miller diving for it. couldn't get it either. 2nd and 10 at the Trojan 31-yard line.
There's a guy that USC has not tried to get the ball to yet today, is Billy Miller.
No. Miller, speaking of him, flanked to the bottom of your screen. Up above, Bastianelli and Soward. High formation. 2nd and 10 at the 31. The pitch is back to Morton. Comes back, breaks a tackle, breaks another. And takes it to about the 36-yard line. Boy, he's brought down, hit and stopped in there by big number 45 for the Bruins, Ruckman. Coming up also, Serwanka. They'll mark it at the 35, a gain of 4, making it 3rd and 6 at that point.
Is he exciting when he gets the ball, or is that just me? I mean, he gives me the impression that he could go in any time and take it for the distance.
Well, Morton has come out of the game, and Dalen McCutcheon has come in now. Fox gets a rush, tries to get away, can't, throws it upfield, incomplete. Bobby Toledo wanted an intentional grounding right in front of him while Billy Miller was being driven right off the field with the number 3 right in the middle of his back.
John Fox actually does a very smart thing right here. He knows he's got nothing to work with. Get rid of it and let's punt the football.
4th down with a minute 54. Trojans in a kicking situation. Scott brings it up this side.
There's a clip.
No flag. Did you see a flag?
No,
I didn't. Did you see the clip? I did.
49-yard line.
Big time clip, but no flag, and a fine return of 33 yards by Scott.
USC loses contain right here. Now look and see if you saw what I saw right there. The left of your screen. Hit right in the back.
So the Bruins will have it on the Trojan 41-yard line with a minute 40 to go. McDowell has the back split. Back to throw, fires a quick one. It is into and out of the hands of Farmer. Again, nailed by Rashad Cook. Again by Simmons.
Again, that was Rashad Cook. They're starting to look for Cook now. When you run the ball inside or try to run a pattern inside, Cook's going to be coming. You watch Farmer take a little peek at him right here on this quick slant. And here he comes. He's a Ronnie Lott type guy, or am I wrong?
2nd and 10 at the Trojan 41. Game tied at 21. McDowell and the Bruins. He's back to pass. Has a ton of time. Throws it right down the middle. Incomplete. Into and out of the hands of Farmer one more time.
I think that was Grieve.
Oh, it is Grieve, the tight end.
Right in the middle of the SC zone on 2nd and long. They were going to try to hit right in between the linebackers and the safeties. McNabb made a good throw.
Unbelievable how much of that area is wide open.
This is frustrating for quarterbacks. You know, you hang back there and you're taking a beat and you throw it right up between the 8 and the 8 and nothing happens.
3rd down and 10 at the Trojan 41. McNown at his most dangerous. Straight back, steps up, throws it deep downfield, incomplete. Tried to get it to Farmer. Boy, you got to have a strong arm to throw that baby 40 yards across that field, about 10 yards downfield.
Boy, he showed you his strength, didn't he?
So it'll be a 4th down. The Trojans unable to do anything. Fine return by Scott. Bruins unable to do anything in a kicking situation. Saylor standing back at the Bruin 45. Minute 25 remaining here in this first half. High snap. Saylor just punches it down the left side and into the end zone. Nice diving effort down there as the Bruins tried to down that football just outside the end zone. Ball will come out to the 20, and Fox and company will have a minute 17 left to go. Bruins marched right down the field, 72 yards. for the first touchdown. McNown to Grieve. A couple of big third down plays in there. On the very next play, when SC got the ball for the very first time, Fox threw an 80-yard bomb to Soward. Back came the Bruins to make it 14-7. Back came the Trojans to make it 14-all. Back came the Trojans after a fumble to make it 21. Back came the Bruins outside. Washington down the sidelines, out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that was a great block by Travis Claridge.
15 yards by Washington, his biggest run in a long time.
See if we can see it. You're going to see Travis Claridge, number 71, the right guard, pulling outside. It looks like the power play, but they really want to take this ball outside. Like you say, that's his longest run in a long, long time. Here it is again. Claridge does a good job. You know, 305 pounds. He runs like a deer.
Trojans, I think, are going to take a timeout. There's a minute and 11 seconds left here in this first half clock. And SC is going to use a timeout. Washington goes over. SC has 2 timeouts remaining. UCLA has 2 as well. Hugh Jackson to the right of, there's Hugh Jackson. John Robinson. Bobby Toledo has had an amazing run in this game. Remember, he was one of Robinson's assistants, 76, 7, and 78. You see that bottom line thing? As a USC assistant coach, 3-0. With the Bruins, as the head coach, he's 1-0, and as Terry Donahue's assistant, 2-0. So he doesn't know what defeat tastes like.
I wonder why he was smiling yesterday. Now I know.
Yeah.
Bobby's a good guy. I sure like him.
He is a good guy.
I first met him when he was the coach at UC
He hasn't missed any meals lately either.
Oh, no, I sat next to him at lunch yesterday, and he had my cheesecake, too.
Well, when you're 8-2 and you've run off 8 in a row, I guess you can have that extra helping, huh? God help the guy that tries to take it away from you, something like that. Eh?
You know, he spent some time in Oregon, too. You know, he was at the University of Oregon for 7 or 8 years.
Ball is at the Trojan 35-yard line. Soward is wide to the left side. 2 tight ends. Soward the only receiver in the formation. Fox back to throw. Flag goes down, and I think the whole SC line moved prior to the snap, which will be still one more yellow flag. Arguing, but without much success. Up front for the Trojans was Heimbach.
Full start by the offense. 1st and 15.
I think Jonathan Heimbach was complaining UCLA is jumping their linebackers and moving their defensive line, and they're saying a now or a go, and it's something that, you know, rhymes with SC starting count.
Yep. Again, Soward wide left. Minute 10 to go in this first half. Tied at 21. Ball on the Trojan 30 with 1st and 15. Delon Washington. Nowhere. Maybe a yard gain, making it 2nd and 14 at the 31.
Well, once again, if he'd have looked to his right,
well,
of course, it's easy for you and I to sit here, right?
Well, that's true. But, I mean, it is, I don't think you have to be a Heisman Trophy winner to realize that great running backs run with their eyes as much as with hands, feet, or anything else.
There's one of them sitting right next to us in the next booth.
Yep.
Mike Garrett. He had the best eyes.
Unbelievable. Again, Soward flanked wide to the left. 2nd and 14. Clock less than a half minute. Washington going outside, turning the corner, looking for some help. They chase him out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Well, there's 19 seconds left. 16-yard gain by Washington. When he gets outside, gets a block.
Really is. It's the same play he ran earlier, but he ran it to his left this time. And this time, Chris Primer's the guy out leading him. And he gets outside and shows pretty good speed. Get out of bounds, save some time for us. And now I look to see R.J. Soward.
I would think so.
That's where I'm going.
Why not Billy Miller? At any rate, Washington has picked up 31 yards in the last 2 carries. Going outside. 19 seconds. Fox the throw, gets a rush, fires it over the middle. Had Bastianelli and got hit as he threw it, and it goes incomplete.
Boy, he had Soward on a post pattern, too.
He really got nailed.
Well, I'll tell you, Antoine Harris misses right there, and Fox takes a pretty good shot.
Harris and Douglas combined to let Fox hang out there like he was just a fire sale item, huh?
Yeah, don't remind me of that. My back's still hurting.
Going to be second down and 10 at the 48. Fox airs it downfield. Soward looking for somewhere to run to. Couldn't get by the defender. Guidry was with him step for step, and Guidry would not let him turn back in toward where the football was. 9 seconds. Third down coming up. 21-21 halftime. Quite possibly.
Warming up. Yeah, I know, but they're not even going to cover.
Bruins have won this meeting the last 6 years in a row. SC trying to snap that string and improve their mark to 7-4 on the year. It's conceivably the last play of this the first half. Sherman's on a handoff, got nowhere, and that's going to let the clock run down, and that'll be it. So the first half is in the books at 21-21. SC and UCLA with a great first period. Explosive. The Trojans in the past have thrown away the third quarter. Will they do it again? Stay tuned. We'll find out together.
Right now, you can get a 98 Chevrolet Astrovan and low 1.9% financing. Want to make your money count? Get 1.9 and all this quality, all this dependability, all this power. A new Chevrolet Astrovan and 1.9. That's how to make your money count. Oh, yes. 1.9. Get it during Make Your Money Count time at your Southern California Chevrolet dealer. Now.
Man, oh man, the fire wagon is out now. Solani has tied it up. Wow. He shoots, save a bear. Fakes, he shoots, he scores. The Mighty Ducks answer back.
Who wants a piece? Doug Gilmore and the Devils skate into the pond to clash with Teemu Selanne and the Mighty Ducks. Wednesday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2. Be glad you're just watching.
Today, our special guest is former NBA great Artis Gilmore. Artis, what's happening?
Yo, I'm lobbying to bring back the fro as a secret weapon to ensure victory. We hide a small guy in there.
Man, that's a big fro.
A little guy like your boy Derek Martin could hide in Lorenzo Wright's fro.
Yeah.
When the ref's not looking, Derek could bring it home. Know what I'm saying?
I like it, Artis. The NBA. It's fro-tastic.
Kerry Kittles and the Nets face the Clippers. Friday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2. Fox Sports West 2 is the leader in high school sports coverage. After 10 regular season games, it's football playoff time. The Arco AM/PM Game of the Week, Thursday. It's round 2 of the CIF playoffs. Live coverage starts at 7 on Fox Sports West 2.
The stars, the stories. We get it. You got it. All your sports, inside and out. Weeknights on Fox Sports News, primetime.
It's being amazed at just how well the game can be played when in the hands of world-class athletes. It's the possibility that maybe, just maybe, a spark of that perfection could find its way to your racket. It's chasing down that one ball the other guy never thought you'd get. It's the joy on a child's face when she sends one over the net. It's knowing it's something you can enjoy for a long, long time. It's being able to spend an hour with a total stranger and knowing you'll meet again. It's watching raw potential take shape. It's the chance to root for the home team. Whatever it is you love most about the great game of tennis, the United States Tennis Association is here to make it even better. The USTA, a volunteer-based, not-for-profit organization with a mission. The USTA, get in the game.
21-21, deadlocked as we get set to start the third period. And these halftime statistics are brought to you by Lexus. SC will have the ball to start the third quarter. A quick look at the stats. 15 first downs to 8. 115 yards rushing to 110, 115 yards passing to 122. How close can it be? 232 to 230. That one turnover was a fumble on a punt recovered by Volsan for USC. And the time of possession, Bruins have had the ball almost twice as long as SC has. It's been an interesting ball game. Saylor, the ordinarily very reliable kicker for UCLA, missed a field goal well within his range of about 37 yards. Am I correct on that, Dennis? Was it 30? Or the Bruins might very well be up 24 to 21 here at the intermission. SC's band, it has been an exciting first half. 92,000 on hand here. Bruins scored first. Grieve, a 9-yard pass from McDowell. First play of the game for the Trojans, 80 yards, box to Sauer. Back came Hicks to run it in from 16 yards out. Bastianelli took a pass from Fox, 17 yards. Morton put the Trojans up, 21-14 with a 49-yard run. And then McElroy caught an 8-yard pass from McDowell, and that's where we are, deadlock 21-21. Saylor's kick is a line drive bouncing down back on the 5-yard line. Sauer brings it back to midfield, looking for some room to run, runs right into the Bruins tackler who wasn't blocked at all. And SC will have it to open up this third period, first and 10 at the Trojan 32-yard line.
Well, that was a good job by McBride, one of their defensive backs, to keep Sauer inside. He had a lot of running room on the outside.
So the Trojans huddle across the way. The ball will be at the 32-yard line, and the offense comes on the field. Fox, the young sophomore out of Corona. SC in the third period, they've kind of mailed it in. Quincy Woods is in the ball game. Excuse me, Lavelle Woods is in the game. Handoff and straight ahead to the 36-yard line was Woods. Pick up a 4, it'll be second down and 6 at the 36. That note about the third period, why the Trojans have not scored much and the opposition against them has been overwhelming. It is indeed a very precious 15 minutes for SC. For them to put a drive together, put some points on the board would be a big-time achievement. They just haven't done it this year. Rodney Sermons, the setback. Fox takes the snap, back to pass, straightens, throws. Upfield for Billy Miller. No good, no flag. Miller should have caught that, Craig.
Oh, he certainly should have.
Guidry was there defensively.
I think Guidry makes a pretty good play. See if we can see it here on the replay. I think Guidry gets a hand right in there. Yeah, right hand. Guidry did a good job, and that's the first time they've gone to Billy Miller today. I think you've got to go back to him.
Wide going off the field now, the tight end, Harris for the Trojans. Bastianelli comes in. He and McCutcheon are flanked to the left side. 4 receivers in the pattern now. Third down and about 6. Fox pumps, throws it over the middle, and Bastianelli can't hang on. The only thing Bastianelli did right about that was to run long enough for a first down, and he caught it.
Oh, he was in the right spot.
The flag down, hold everything.
Holding by the offense.
Another penalty
Penalties
against
declined.
SC.
Fourth down.
Decline. It's about the 9th flag, maybe 2 of which have not been 10. Thank you, Dennis. So Wren now to kick it. Scott, who's a dangerous return man, stands at the Bruin 22-yard line. Scott standing at the 22. Wren gets the snap, steps forward and hits it. It's a high one and to Daniel. Scott backing up, takes it right at the 18, comes back up the middle of the field and is dropped as he crosses the 25 out to about the 29-yard line. 47 yards and 11-yard return. Volsan tripped him up. Bruins will have it first and 10 when we come back.
You've heard it's coming. Now it's up to you. A full day of the X-Files, and you choose the episodes. Then, Thanksgiving Day, turn to FX for your top 12 episodes from noon to midnight. Vote online at our website, www.fxnetworks.com. It's your choice. It's your chance to vote. The X-Files Viewers' Choice Marathon, noon to midnight, Thanksgiving Day on FX.
Not until Max the Moose comes.
Here comes Max now. Oh, your responsibility code.
Skiing and snowboarding are a lot like riding a bike or driving a car. If you follow the 7 simple rules of the slopes, it'll be a lot safer and a lot more fun. Call this toll-free number or get a copy of your responsibility code at your favorite ski area. A message from NSAA.
The USC basketball team will be in action on Fox Sports West 2 on Tuesday night. They take on Jerry Pim's Gauchos at the University of California, Santa Barbara. The games at the Sports Arena will tip it off for you live at 8 p.m. How about the sound and fury of football? Take another look and listen as Scott collects it and Volsand hits him.
Boy, did he time that well or not?
Did he ever? And I thought it was the football that came loose with Volsand's helmet. I wondered why nobody dove on the ball thinking it might be a fumble, and it was Anthony's hat. Bruins take over, first down on their own 25-yard line. Game is tied at 21. We're in the third period here at the Coliseum. 92,000 on hand. Reeve goes in motion to the right. McNown hands off to his tailback. Hicks trying to come outside. No. Swarmed all over and dropped back at the 20-yard line. Kelly leading a charge with Jefferson and Claiborne.
Another great job by Aaron Williams. He's the guy that makes the play. He gets penetration in the backfield, forces the ball to go outside where Claiborne and the good guys can get there.
They're going to give him progress to the 23, so it'll be second and about 12. McNown up under center, has 2 tight ends in to bookend the line. That's a split. Cade is back to throw, gets a rush, steps up, gets hit, may get away, no. Buried for one of the few times in a great charge led by Claiborne and by Williams. And the Trojan defense, Jefferson included, swarming all over the talented Cade McNown.
It was an excellent job by the whole USC secondary. They had everybody covered in the zone defense. Now look at this pass rush. Here comes Claiborne, hard from the left, right there. Misses. Attox right there. They look like a hungry group of dogs after a bone.
The ball is at the 17, and McNown, the most dangerous player in the country, with a third down situation. Third and long. How many has he converted? Boy, he's back to pass, standing there with a ton of time, looking, gonna run, gets hit, gets away. He's at the 15, throws it upfield. It is complete to Farmer at midfield, and the man has done it again.
Boy, see something else on third down?
35 yards on a 3rd and 17, and McNown does it one more time.
Boy,
I tell you, he's unbelievable.
He does it all by himself here. It's actually excellent coverage right now. Now he can't find anybody. Now he flushes himself out of there.
But he should have been tackled there and brought down. He gets away. And then just throws it against all kinds of receivers, defenders. And UCLA has a first down at the Trojan 46-yard line. Unbelievable. Pitch comes back. With it is Hicks, and he takes it to the 44. 8 minutes and the clock running remaining here in the third period. Rashard Cook shaken up. It's not Cook. Number 88, Perry, shaken up. Perry really shaken up. Cade McNown, he is something.
I don't know whether Dennis has that, but Dennis, how many times on third down has he come up with the big play?
Oh, he's come.
5 of them?
Converted 5 third downs with big plays. He's at his just at his best.
Well, Bobby Toledo says the great thing about him, he's such a great competitor. He's like,
yeah, he is a good competitor.
Like one of those pitchers, you go out to take the ball from him at the mound and he won't give it to you.
He gives it to you. It's all cut up and the seams are torn and everything. And might just expectorate out a little bit too while he hands it to you. Tough guy. Well, McNown is something, no question about it. He probably is the most efficient quarterback in the nation. But he hasn't gotten any real accolades for Heisman. Because he certainly is a gifted athlete, no question about it. Turns and hands off, and Hicks on a counter. Big hole up the middle. Hicks is at the 30, down to the 20-yard line. Oh, they caught the Trojans coming hard. 24 yards. That's the best that Hicks has done since way back in the first period.
Boy, you're right, Tom. USC's pass rush is really coming. They pull Sauter, their left guard, and trap. And boy, there's nobody home.
Hicks has got 105 yards and 22 carries now. It is 1st and 10, UCLA at the Trojan 20. The last time the Bruins were this close, as you watch Hicks come up the middle with nobody around him. Runs well in the open field as well. He uses his blocker. Sailor missed a field goal at 37 yards. Paulie Dixon in motion. The pitch is back, and with it is Lewis trying to turn the corner. Gets hit, breaks a tackle, runs it down inside the 15. There's a flag down. Kelly finally makes the stop, but by all odds, he should have been dropped. Lewis, that is, way back to the line of scrimmage.
Right, Aaron Williams is back there again, and so is Chris Claiborne.
Flag on the play, and apparently this time it's against UCLA. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remain in this third period of a 21-21
penalty against the offense.
Holding.
10-yard spot of the foul. Still first down.
Still first down. They're going to walk it back to the Trojan 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 25.
First and 24.
McDown at the Trojan 34-yard line. Straight back to throw. Pumps, fakes, dumps it off on a screen. Behind the line. Nowhere to go. Great defensive play on Lewis. Over there for the Trojans. Coming up, Maytok and Gibson.
Boy, does Gibson react quickly when he sees where that ball's going? Watch him. He's actually got the flat. He's supposed to be covering the receiver trying to run an out. Once he sees the screen, watch number 22 come hard right there. That's a good hit, I'll tell you that.
Going to make it 2nd and 29 back at the 38-yard line. 6.5 minutes remain in this third period of a 21-21 tie. McNown out of the eye, play action, rolling left, straightens up and throws complete. With it at the 20-yard line, breaking tackles, headed for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. What a terrible display of open field tackling by the Trojans that allows Grieve, the tight end, to finish off a 37-yard touchdown toss. Absolutely terrible tackling.
He did a great job just to hang on to the football to start with. Hope we get another look at this.
Check it. Did I say Grieve? Apparently it was Farmer.
I think it's Grieve, the tight end.
Well, they were congratulating Farmer a moment ago.
He made a great block.
I thought it was Grieve for a second TD catch of the game. Sailor's try is good. It is 28-21 UCLA. We've got 6:14 remaining in the third quarter. And the Trojan defense, tackle-wise, just out to lunch.
The mailman's coming to the sports arena with a special delivery. Last year's league MVP Karl Malone brings live jazz to L.A. But the Western Conference champs could be playing a different tune when they come into the Clip Joint. Jazz, Clippers, Saturday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2.
Well, as you're all aware, Alan has announced he's HIV positive. He's okay, but does anybody know what he's going through? What do our people think? We need to get on this. Shirley, do we have an employee policy? Are we required to set one up? Kurt, is he covered by our insurance plan? Okay, Ellen, as his manager, is he entitled to extra time off?
At least 1 in 10 businesses has had an employee with HIV.
John. Terry?
If you have a business, you need answers.
How can we help? Anybody? Anybody at all?
Call for this manager's kit and help keep your workplace healthy and productive.
It's awfully quiet in here.
Wednesday night, time for hockey. The Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, the New Jersey Devils. All the action starts at 7. There's a pregame show, Ducks on Ice. Fox Sports West 2. Well, another big play conversion for the Bruins. This time it's a pass to Grieve. 2nd and 29 on this one, Craig, and the tackling. Wow.
Again, a bootleg and catches SC in the zone between the safety man and the
Cook misses him.
Gibson
misses him. Another tackle miss. Huh? Can you believe that? He was hit by no less than 4 and maybe 5 guys. None of them stopped him at all. So it is 28-21 in favor of UCLA. They've taken the lead once again. 3rd time in the ball game they've been on top. The kickoff is bouncing down. Soward at the 10. Breaks into the secondary. Needs a couple of blocks. He's out to about the 37. I may be just totally confused, but every time SC returns a kick, a lot of people stand around and don't block anybody.
Oh, he came a step from doing the whole bundle
but
that
he
time.
needed just one block.
Exactly.
So that scoring drive by the Bruins, 75 yards, 7 plays. SC takes over now, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Keith Burns on the far side talking to the defense. SC gets beaten at zone coverage all the time.
You notice his voice?
Fox throws it out in the flat. Soward can't get away from Gidry. He's up limping a little bit. Oh, they're going to mark it out at the 38, a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Soward checks out limping. Servants out of the ball game. SC down 28-21 with under 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Just that quick pitch again.
It wasn't Gibson. UCLA. Where they had Washington diving over the line at the 35, 40-yard line.
It's a big down for USC right now. Third and long, 3.
Brings up the 3rd and at least 3. Ball is at the 37. It's going to be close to the 3rd and 4. The tight ends in to bookend the line. Willie Miller wide to the right. Soward's back in. Big rush put on Fox. Back to throw. I'll tell you, that play just died right on the drawing board, didn't it?
Boy, it sure did. They were trying to run a screen to Washington.
Yeah, but as you look at it again, there's nobody out there screening for Washington as they throw it back to him. Watch. There's nobody out there to block for him if he can run it.
No.
Nobody over there. I just don't think anybody, well, it's on the wrong page. They're saying, what? Fake. Pass complete at midfield for a 1st down.
No, he dropped it.
Powell dropped it?
Yeah. What a great call, though. And Marvin Powell, the 3rd, drops the football.
Oh, 1st down and Powell looking for a place to hide.
Jimmy Wren made a nice throw, too.
Oh, boy. So the Bruins not only find SC's defense wanting, SC comes up with a trick play that should have worked for a 1st down. Powell has it and drops it.
Gave old Bobby Toledo some of his own medicine.
1st down for UCLA at the Trojan 42-yard line. Hicks on the sweep going outside. No, McNown again. Dancing around, looking, running. 40, 35, out of bounds at the 30. McNown, I tell you, like a scarlet tripper now. Look for him everywhere, can't find him at all.
Well, he's going to run the bootleg, and he comes outside. Now watch this move right here. He shows his athletic ability right there, plus his speed. He drives defensive coaches absolutely stark raving mad.
Well, he gets 17 on that one. 1st and 10 at the 30. We're in the 3rd quarter now, and 4:28 to go, and the Trojans are throwing away another 15 minutes of football. Bruins have taken a lead of 28-21. Now they hand off to Hicks, finds an opening, breaks a tackle, takes it to the 25, which is going to be second down and about 5 yards to go. SC got the ball to start this third period, was 4 and out. Couldn't do anything the next time they got it. Watch the Bruins march down the field. Big plays by McNown, the biggest one to Grieve. Hicks over 100 yards again, but you know, for the most part in the second period and most of the third, Hicks struggled. Now the Trojan defense struggling. McNown has put his team up by 7. They give it to Hicks, has an opening, finds a place to run. Cusano grabs him as he gets to about the 18-yard line. They haul each other around and finally go down at the 18. It'll be a 1st and 10 for UCLA at that point. 3:42 remaining. Third period for the Trojans, for the most part this year, has been a nightmare.
It really has.
Unbelievable. No matter how well they play in the first 30, it seems that somewhere in that third period they disappear. At any rate, first down, UCLA and the Trojan 19-yard line. McNown gives the ball to his tailback. Pulled down after a gain of 1 to about the 18, Lewis. I'm going to say no gain at the 19, be second and 10.
Big Cedric Jefferson got outside that time. They try to make it look like the off-tackle play, but they really want to take the ball to the outside. He read it and came hard to the outside.
Been only 1 turnover in this ball game, and that a fumble by UCLA. McNown is just about error-free, and there's the give to Lewis. And they're trying to run that little counter. They ran it with Hicks a few moments ago, and Claiborne and Williams are all over. Lewis dropping him back at the 22-yard line.
Well, Williams is having a heck of a game. He is really getting penetration into the UCLA backfield.
Williams checks out now for the Trojans.
Watch him come hard. See how hard he came, took on the blocker, and makes the tackle. That's good defense.
Third down, back at the 22-yard line. Third and about 13. I told you enough how good McNown is in this situation. Steps out of the shotgun, comes up under center. Asking for a timeout. Whoops, delay of the game. McNown didn't like. Apparently the defense didn't like the play he was going to call even less. And so a 5-yard penalty will move it back to the 27-yard line.
USC showed him a little safety blitz, and I think he saw that clock ticking off.
No, not a delay of game, gentlemen. Timeout.
Game penalty. Timeout was called prior to the expiration of the clock.
Timeout was called prior to that.
That shows you what a good quarterback he is.
Robinson is saying, are you sure? Well, the number 7 has played an important part in this football game. In the series. 67, 77, and 87. SC's won. Here we are in 97. UCLA has won 6 in a row and a chance for 7 in a row. So again, the number 7 pops up. What is the big problem down in the field? UCLA called timeout. The number wants to take the full time, I guess. Robinson still trying to get a clarification on the timeout.
He's telling Colin McDermott there, the side judge, I'm never going to eat at your restaurant again. He's got a restaurant over here on 29th Street.
At any rate, the ball's at the 22. Robinson's pleas fall on deaf ears. Third down for McNown at about 13. He's in the shotgun on the delay. Gives it to Lewis straight up the middle. He gets dropped short of first down at the 15-yard line. Tackled by Cook, but Saylor will come on to see about making it a 10-point ball game.
It's a great job by McNown selling the draw play. Great trap by Sauter, the guard, and a real good tackle by Rashad Cook. Open field tackle like that is not an easy thing to do.
This will be a 32-yarder by Saylor. Missed a 37-yarder earlier. Successful, this would put the Bruins up by 10 with a minute 28 left to go in the third. Snap, it's down, he hits it. It is straight and true. And the Bruins lead now 31-21. A 10-point lead with a minute 22 to go in the third quarter. UCLA gets the conversion of 3 by Saylor and is up their advantage now to 10 points. So the Trojan third quarter problems result in 10 Bruin points, and SC unable to move the ball into Bruin territory at all. And unable to stop the talented Cade McNown when faced with third and long situations. What a marvel.
You know, Bobby Toledo there, he's an old quarterback, so trust me, he knows how to teach quarterbacks. He doesn't look like he runs very well now, but in his day, he used to be pretty quick.
What do you think of those stats, huh?
I don't think they're the gutty little
Third the nation, averaging almost 42 points a game. That name Gutty Little Bruins, I think, was back about circa 1930 or 32 or 33.
I think it was when Terry Donahue was playing tackle at 184 pounds.
That's right. But the guy he was blocking weighed 185. So, Gutty Little Bruins. All right, Saylor to kick off. And he hits just a high, short kick to the far side, taken by Marino at the 20. Zeke is horsepower dropped at about the 31-yard line. The Bruins obviously feeling very good about their defense, or very good about the inability of the SC offense to move the ball, not giving Soward a chance to run one back down their throats and or McCutcheon. It'll be first and 10 SC at the Trojan 31-yard line, a minute 12 remaining in the third period. Puma in there to make the stop. High formation now, 2 tight ends. Morton coming outside, tries to find a block and some running room. There's a flag, and that's going to be a hold on the Trojans. Morton fumbled the ball, and it was rolled across, picked up, fallen upon by Sermons and or big tackle Bowen. Going to be a flag on the Trojans. I've lost track, but it's got to be in double figures now, the penalty flags. They've been hit with 11 penalties, 9 of which have been accepted.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards. Repeat first down.
So Robinson turns and with dejection walks away on the sidelines. Wondering what else his ball club will do to self-destruct. Take it back to the 19. Boy, it's going to be first down. And about 21 yards to go. Nice shot from the blimp. 92,000 on hand. Fox needs something dramatic. Drayton's throws, pass, punt. Bastianelli could be a first down at about the 42-yard line, depending on the mark. 22 yards overall, which would be the first down, and I don't see any flags on the play. And I can't tell you, Coach, maybe you could elaborate a bit. What a tough catch this is, looking back into the sun.
Oh, boy, I guarantee you, this time of day, he's looking right back into that sun. One thing about Mike, he really concentrates on the football, and he uses those great hands of his.
First and 10 at the Trojan 42-yard line. Half a minute remaining in the third period here at the Coliseum. First down for SC. Fox trailing 31-21. Bruins 10-point third period. Big rush. Fox throw. Oh, too high. Way too high. Billy Miller. And Miller was behind the defender, Anderson. Way behind him. And Fox been able to lower his sights while he had Miller with nothing but real estate.
And on the other side, Soward was open also.
Second and 10 at the Trojan 42. 21 seconds remain in this third period. Fox, hurry up conversation as Bastianelli and Sermons go Off the sidelines, Miller flank left, Soward to the right side. Two tight ends. Give it to the tailback, and Washington stumbles forward over the 45 to about the 46. And again, Gillan failing to raise his head and look for a spot that's open.
Right. You said it, two tight ends. SC's trying to make UCLA line up right on their big offensive lineman and see if the back can hit a seam in there. He missed it one more time.
Third quarter comes to a close. 31-21. The Bruins break the halftime tie. They get 10. Trojans have a lot of making up to do. We'll be back.
Now, Southern California is beautiful this time of year, especially at your Ford dealer.
Where he's got a question for you. What does a Mustang, a Taurus, a Ranger, and an Explorer have in common? 2.9% APR for 48 months. That's 4 full years on a 97. 2.9 on 4 of the most popular vehicles Ford makes. Mustang, Taurus, Ranger, and Explorer. 4 bestsellers, 1 low APR. When it comes to a great deal, all Fords have something in common.
You love the sounds. You want the hits. You need the game. Fox Sports Net has it all. Oh, wow. From the slap shots to the hot shots. It's the NHL's coolest players in the season's hottest matchups. You love the game. Too much to miss it. Fox Sports Net. Home teams, Fox attitude.
Fox Sports has a long tradition of innovation. You can see that same spirit in every Fox Sports News show.
End up in that hot zone, because our goal isn't to give you just a score, a highlight, or a stat. It's about trying something new, something different. It's to take you closer to the story than ever before.
Let me ask you about that third down call.
Got those with something low and away?
At least that's the plan.
Fox Sports News at 10. We are there. First for the whole story.
Some serious NFL news out of Dallas.
You got to be proud of this ball club.
You know, we're not afraid to do whatever it takes.
Fox Sports News at 10. We are there live for all the latest home team updates.
Let's go live.
Live to Pittsburgh.
Fox Sports News at 10. We are there.
This is big.
First, fast, live. Fox Sports News at 10.
Man, oh man, the fire wagon is out now. Solani has tied it up. Wow. He shoots, save, Bear. Fakes, he shoots, he scores. The Mighty Ducks answer back.
Who wants a piece? Doug Gilmore and the Devils skate into the pond to clash with Teemu Selanne and the Mighty Ducks. Wednesday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2. Be glad you're just watching.
There's something about being 100. It means we pulled together for a whole century, reached into the community, expanded our curriculum, developed new technologies, boosted the local economy, enriched our culture. Today, with a century of learning behind us and the leadership of a new president, we're bringing SDSU's tradition of excellence into the 21st century. Happy birthday, SDSU. 100 never looked so good.
USC football on Fox Sports West 2 is brought to you by Toyota. Every day belongs to you. Make it count. Toyota, every day. So a third down and 6 coming up for USC. The ball is at the Trojan 46-yard line. They're down 31-21, a 10-point third period for UCLA. Breaking a 21-21 halftime deadlock. Bruins led 7-0, tied at 7, led 14-7, tied at 14. SC led 21-14, tied at 21. Bruins broke that in the third period with 10 points. Fox, play action, back to throw. Getting rush, throw. Low and into the dirt, incomplete. That'll bring up a fourth down.
So Hugh Jackson's telling him right now, hey, you rushed yourself. You didn't have to do that. He bought himself some time and just threw it right in the dirt.
You've seen just how good McNown is in third down conversions. SC is 1 of 10. Good kick by Wren. Going to bounce it about the 2. Nobody's going near it. The Bruins are going to pick it up and fall on it. It'll be at the 9. I can't believe Anthony Volsan watched that ball bounce and didn't go near it.
Went right by it.
It was just lying there waiting for Scott to pick it up, which he did. And very nearly ran it away from everybody. At the end of 3 periods, statistically, it looks like this. 21-9 first downs. Total yardage 365 to 274. And the Bruins have had the ball 12 minutes longer than SC, and of course they've got 10 more points.
Thank goodness it's the fourth quarter. That third quarter's been killing them all year.
Oh, unbelievable. It's just amazing. At about the 9-yard line, Bruins have a 1st and 10. Lewis out the middle, big hole, tries to spin away from Rashard Cook, but he runs it past the 20 to the 21 for a gain of 11 and a 1st down for UCLA.
Well, great job by their center, Stewart, and Myers and Souter, the 2 guards. Watch them. They just blow SC off the ball. That's a great line play. This line's been together for UCLA for 3 or 4 years. These guys really know each other.
1st down, UCLA out just past its 20-yard line. McNown hands it off to the tailback, breaks a tackle, steps past another, gets out to the 23. Lewis carrying it again, and again Rashard Cook is there to make the start.
Like we said in the first half, if your free safety has to make all the tackles, you're not playing real good defense.
Lewis is a freshman running back from Lancaster out there. High desert country. 13:54, time remaining in the ball game. Ball is at the Bruins 24-yard line. 2nd down and 7. McNown, play action, rolling, looking, throws it upfield, pass complete, and out of bounds as McCutcheon throws the receiver out of bounds.
Boy, McNown did a good job of reading the defense that time, Tom, as he rolled out. They put their inside receiver in a slot. See if we can see it on the replay right here. So if it's a zone, he's going to go to the slot back right there where Simmons is trying to get to him. But now it's man-to-man. He jumps outside to Danny Farmer. That's a great read by Cave McNown.
Who's having another outstanding day. Check those stats. Another 200-yard passing day. 207, 3 touchdowns. Most efficient quarterback in college football. They give it to the tailback. And again, it's Lewis out to the 39.
You know, you said the key word there, efficient. I'd rather have a quarterback that's efficient than a guy that really makes spectacular plays. Just be efficient. And he is.
Marked it out at the 40-yard line. Going to be a 2nd and 6. A little bit better than 13 minutes remain in this one. Bruins leading 31 to 21. 10-point 3rd quarter for UCLA. McNown in the I formation. Trojan show blitz. And a flag comes in. Apparently somebody in the Bruin offensive line twitched. And the linebacker, Claiborne, was just screaming at the official. Look, and finally a flag came in.
On the offense. Still 2nd down.
I think it was Souter, their left guard.
Could have been.
Well, I'll tell you, look at McNown, and he reminds me of a couple of guys that are going to play tomorrow. Brunell and Steve Young. I mean, this guy has a future on Sundays.
Yep. Well, there's no question about it. So it is now 2nd and 11. The ball comes back to the Bruin 34. Lewis again up the middle, and he was tripped up just as he got to the line of scrimmage by Jefferson.
I'll tell you, if Lewis would have stayed outside, he had some real estate he could have worked with.
Yeah. He's a quick starter, this freshman out of Lancaster, and he gets the ball and gets to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. It'll be a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 9. And here we go again. Oh, well, call it 3rd down. Here we go again. Boy, McNown down.
McNown
down. He's back to pass, has some time, chased out, gets hit, gets away, gets hit again, gets away again. At the 40, finally dropped short of a first down.
My goodness, I'll tell you, you know, it looks like poor tackling, but he creates that. He is something else.
Watch how many guys have a legitimate shot at number 18.
Right here.
There's one of them. That's what, okay, there's another. Another one in passing. Another one. I'm up to 4. How you doing?
I've got 4 right, and I got 5.
You know, he kind of faked himself right into Cusano, who made this unbelievable.
You know what they call him? The Lizard of Westwood.
Why not? Sailor hits a beauty. Downfield. Taken, fair catch by the Trojans, soured at about the 15-yard line. 44 yards on that, no return. Clock shows 11:15 to go. SC will start at its own 15.
The chemicals and they blow the waste away. Down the pipes and through the ground they go each and every day. And the water keep on moving under cities, under streets. The river flow back to the sea, back into the chain. We cannot survive without it. Cool, clear water.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that.
Why design the world's newest chip?
When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra.
No pocket protectors here.
But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look.
That's math staring back at you.
It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
Last time SC won this game, a Fox flashback, 1990, one of the most thrilling. Bruin fullback Kevin Smith scores on a 1-yard dive. They're up 42-38. 16 seconds left when Trojan quarterback Todd Marinovich found Johnny Morton open in the corner of the end zone. 23 yards later, touchdown SC and a 45-42 win. The last time SC beat UCLA.
That was a great throw. In fact, I was talking to him last night, Todd Marinovich. He stayed at the house, and he said that was probably the greatest thrill he's ever had in football.
Well, he had another great ball game as we look back at his career. That drive up at Washington State, Coleman took him down the field about 80-some yards for a 17-16 win, if memory serves.
And then go for 2 points to win it.
Yeah. So SC starts at its own 15-yard line. 11 minutes remain in the game. They're down by 10 points. Fox fires a pass complete to Billy Miller, and Miller takes it to about the 27-yard line.
Second time they tried to go to Billy Miller today.
Yep, first catch for Miller today, I believe. And the Trojans will have a first down with the throw and the catch. Back.
Billy's had a heck of a year, boy. 54 catches, 626 yards.
And yet only a couple in the end zone. SC with a couple of tight ends. I formation, Soward wide left. Give it to the running back and nowhere. He just kind of creeps to the center of the line. Yard maybe 2 at the most. Now they're going to just mark it at the line of scrimmage. Well, it's 2nd and 10.
Well, on first down, UCLA is really overplaying the run. Coach, I like to play action pass on first down.
Well, you're down 10 points, and aside from a good Bruin defensive team, the clock is not your ally either. Now, with 2nd down and 10, receivers left and right, and Fox to throw. Gets a rush, steps up, gets hit. Straightens, throws downfield for Soward. He has got it and down at the Bruin 33-yard line.
What a great job by number 4, John Fox.
Unbelievable. Fox was was hit and just about falling apart when he righted himself and put it downfield. 41 yards, Soward waited for it to get there and made a fine catch. It's 1st and 10 at the Bruin 34.
Hey, John Fox is a big, strong guy. People don't understand that. He's 6'4", and he's about 220, and that's a beautifully thrown football on the post pattern to Soward.
Anderson there defensively for UCLA. Bastianelli is in now, only receiver. Flanked wide to the left, first down at the Bruin 34. Sherman in motion to give to Morton. Morton finds some room and squeaks his way inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. A gain of nearly 10.
Student body right. That's not bad. 9.5 yards on first down. Keep her going, Coach.
It'll be 2nd and a yard to go. The ball is at the 25-yard line. Robinson looking on. John in his 12th year as SC football coach. Bobby Toledo, a former assistant for Coach Robinson. Think this isn't a family cross-town fight?
It really is.
Are you kidding me? Fox gives the ball to Morton, and Morton spins for a first down at the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at or about the 21-yard line.
Chad Morton did a good job of knowing where the down markers were right there. He wasn't going to do anything fancy to try to break something long. He's going to get the first down, and now 1st and 10. How about play action? One time for me.
Out goes Morton. In comes Rodney Sermons, obviously with the play from the bench. Ball at the Bruin 22. 8:58 time remaining. UCLA leads by 10. Soward wide left. Miller to the right. 2 tight ends. Fox. Short drop. Straightens. Throws. Had Miller, but there was a whistle on the play, and there's a flag over here at the line of scrimmage. Boy, Miller was wide open, too.
Dead ball. False start on the offensive line.
That is the 10th flag against SC that has been accepted. 100 yards in penalties and 2 other flags that the Bruins just chose to ignore.
See, what kills you now is that UCLA will go to a zone defense. They had UCLA in man-to-man, which what they wanted. Now UCLA is allowed to play the zone defense.
How about 10 for 100 yards, as we just told you, and 2 more that nobody's bothered to accept? So it's now 1st and 15 at the Bruin 27. Fox pitching, going to reverse. They give it to Bastianelli. He's going to throw it in the end zone for Billy Miller. Knocked away in a flag in the end zone. And is this a great country or what? Says Miller. Pass interference.
Well, you know, Bob Toledo's
he's the old master of the trick play. And Robinson's go up with 2 of them now today. Are they going to call pass interference on Miller? Quite probably.
Pass interference by the defense.
I missed my guess.
Automatic.
I missed my guess.
I think they got Gedry on that one.
Bobby Toledo walking down the sidelines as if to say, are you kidding me?
In fact,
Bastianelli was a great high school star, De La Salle in Concord.
Oh, yeah, he played a little quarterback in high school, you know.
Look at this. It'll be first down, and the ball will be on the UCLA 12-yard line.
Bruin fans don't seem to like that very much.
Well, I don't know, but what they've got an argument.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, are you kidding me? Sherman in motion, the pitch to Chad Morton. Sherman going in motion, and Morton is dropped for a loss back at about the 16-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down and about 14 at the 16-yard line.
That's a good job by Sir Wanga, the corner, coming inside and makes a play, because Chad Morton is awfully quick and awfully fast. That's a good open field tackle.
8 minutes remain in this football game, and under 8 minutes now as the seconds tick away. 31-21 UCLA. It was tied at halftime. Bruins had a 3rd period. One of theirs. Fox throws. Intercepted at the goal line. Gedry at the sidelines, chasing him and knocking him out of bounds.
That was an ill-advised throw. Forced the ball in the middle, and Gidry was hanging right there waiting for the slant route. And here it comes right there, and he's hanging right tough with it. I love the corner route down here where you break it inside and go back to the corner. Well, Fox is giving chase. Phelan Pounds is trying to get there. Rodney Sermons finally gets there.
So from the Trojans have draw this game. It is the first turnover for USC. Bruins have been guilty of one. They run it all the way back out to the 40-yard line. And they hand it to their tailback, and he's just into the center of the line. This pass was thrown literally right into the hands of Gidry. There's Miller, the intended receiver. Gidry inside, better position.
Wait, you see that? He just jumped on that post pattern. Take him inside and then come back out here to the corner. You see how much open space you have to the right of the screen.
Second down and 10. UCLA at their 40-yard line. They lead by 10. 7 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Again, the handoff to Lewis, and he is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, dropped by Maycock. Will bring up third down. Lewis runs right out of one of his sneakers, and McNown missed a third down.
Well, you're right about him. Third down, McNown.
Unbelievable. Third down, McNown.
This guy's been at UCLA since I went to USC. He's 140 years old.
Third and 10 at the 40. McNown rolling, sets, dumps it off, complete at the 40, 45, and dropped it off the 46-yard line. But it looked as though he was going to run it for a first down with Wallendy. And that'll bring up a fourth down for the Bruins, who lead by 10. And SC with 5:55 remaining and the clock ticking away will await the kick by Salem. Robinson looks up at the clock. Penalties. One turnover apiece in this ball game and a raft of penalties against the Trojans. And the inability to do anything starting the third quarter with the football. Timeout being taken by whom? By the Bruins. They run a few more precious seconds off the clock, bringing it down to 5:27. So the Trojans are faced with an uphill struggle. They trail by 10. We'll be back.
Today, our special guest is former NBA great Artis Gilmore. Artis, what's happening?
Yo, I'm lobbying to bring back the Fro as a secret weapon to ensure victory. We hide a small guy in there.
Man, that's a big Fro.
A little guy like your boy Derek Martin could hide in Lorenzen Wright's Fro.
Yeah.
When the ref's not looking, Derek could bring it home. Know what I'm saying?
I like it, Artis. The NBA. It's Fro-tastic.
Kerry Kittles and the Nets face the Clippers. Friday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West 2.
Who are you?
See more smoke. Smoke detector. And I see more smoke coming from that toaster.
Thanks for warning us, Seymour.
I hate smoke. So whenever I see it, I make this noise to warn you. Because where there's smoke, there may be fire.
Be cool about fire, baby.
It's time for Bernie Williams to get into the batter's box and face a rock-hard ball coming at him from just 60 feet, 6 inches away. Battling sinkers, sliders, curves, knucklers, changeups, forkballs, fastballs, and the occasional brushback. But Bernie doesn't sweat it. Hey, he's got a whole 1/10 of a second to react.
Welcome back to Fox Sports West 2, your region of Fox Sports Net. Our coverage of USC football was deadlocked at 14 after 1, at 21 at the half, and then UCLA gets 10 in the third. The Trojans nothing, and now it's 31-21. That timeout was taken by SC, not UCLA. Well, thank Dr. Bob Francis for putting in another year of spotting the Trojans. And, of course, Dennis Benishin's been with us here today, doing his usual expert job of being the best statistician about. Thank you, Dennis. All right, the snap, and Saylor hits it. Gets it wet. Ball bounces into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Boy, and it only made it to the end zone by about a foot or two, didn't it? Huh?
And he's down there. He's depressed.
Yeah, feels bad about it.
He thought he had it. Oh, he's going to play on Sundays, too.
Oh. He's only a junior. He'll be back.
Well, Coach Jackson's trying to cook up some remedy here.
Well, has he got a 10-point play over there?
Yeah, let's get the 7 first, see, and then we'll go after something else after that.
Well, if you're wishing, how about an 11-point play?
All right, I'll go for it.
First down for the Trojans at their 20-yard line. They trail 31-21. Fox back to throw. Fires it downfield. Oh, had his man wide open.
Boy, did he.
Bastianelli was wide open, and Fox missed him. Wow.
He's got Soward in the slot running the post pattern a little shorter, and Bastianelli's going to come after him. Look at that open space he had to throw that football.
The nearest guy to Bastianelli was wearing a striped shirt.
Half the distance from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
I didn't see the other flag thrown. Wouldn't have counted had Bastianelli caught it, apparently. Must have been holding it.
It was holding on the Trojans, but I couldn't see who was the culprit.
Well, they're marking it back to the 7. It's going to be first down at the 7-yard line. First down at about 32 or 3 yards to go. Fox forced to throw now, airs it out. Miller has it at the 10. Miller trying to fight his way forward, takes it out to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Billy Miller really showed his strength right there. He should have been knocked down when contact was first made. And he drags him for 5 more yards.
Well, they'll mark it out there around the 18-yard line.
Watch Billy Miller on the slant right here. The hitch pattern. Now watch his strength. Get your shoulders turned just like he's doing and carry him.
Did Guidry had him, or did Miller have Guidry? I don't know which. At any rate, nice gain on the catch by Billy. Fox running and slides at the 38-yard line for a first down.
That's a right-handed McNown. He showed me a little move there.
So the Trojans get a desperately needed first down with 4:14 to go in the ball game. 19 yards on this pickup.
Well, he does a good job of eluding forward number 9 there. Get up the field, and now, hey, get down, baby. We'll live to fight again.
First and 10 at the Trojan 37-yard line. Pass out in the flat to Bastianelli. Hit and dropped at about the 43. Good coverage defensively, and Williams was over there to make the stop.
Williams made a good tackle, too. Bastianelli, you know, he's a quick guy.
Second and 5, and SC really taking a lot of time between plays. Clock rolling along, 3.5 minutes remain. Second down, delay, handed to Sermons. Sermons runs it for the first down, crossing midfield to the 48. First and 10, SC at the Bruin 48, but the clock now stopping as the officials move the chains.
Well, UCLA is in a semi-prevent defense. They're playing pass all the way, obviously. And it's a good call by USC running the draw play.
At the Bruin 48-yard line, the clock starts to run again, coming down to the 3-minute mark. SC desperately needs a touchdown and an onside kick. What they don't need is a sack of the quarterback. 53, Wilmer.
Well, he's been a good football player for UCLA his whole career, and he's having an outstanding day today.
And the Trojans have to take a timeout. With 2:40 remaining in the ball game, down by 10, Fox, shaken up a bit, goes over to talk to the coaches. We'll be back here at the Coliseum in a moment.
To have a dream, but never the chance to achieve it. That is perhaps the greatest tragedy in life. The United Negro College Fund exists to bring the dreams of thousands of young people within reach. Hands that yearn to touch lives. We train to heal, to teach, to bless. We encourage souls that hear music to write symphonies and sing anthems. And to those once bound by poverty, we present a wealth of possibilities. When you support the United Negro College Fund, you give more than money. You give dreams that may have died the power to live.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
I'm Cookie Johnson. As a woman whose life has been touched by HIV and AIDS, I feel it's important for African American women to know AIDS is now one of the leading causes of death in our community.
I'm Arlene. I didn't realize I was at risk, so I didn't think about abstinence or protection. The hardest thing about HIV is that I may not be around to see my children grow up.
Call to learn how to protect yourself and your family. For their sake and yours, women need to know.
All right, don't forget about NFL Total Access. Tuesdays on Fox Sports West, followed by hardcore football, the Fearless Foursome. Make that the Fearsome Foursome. Led by David Deacon Jones will be there, special guest. And NHL coverage like no other network. Total Access, hardcore football on Fox Sports at 7:30 Tuesday.
How about Merlin Olsen, the Fearsome Foursome, played right here on this field?
Lamar Lundy? How about Roosevelt Greer? How about that good football team?
They'd come after you.
How about them good guys? That might have been the last time L.A. had a pro team. Oh, I know the Raider fans will be screaming, but hey. Well, 2:48 left in this one. Fox throws it downfield. It's Soward at about the 12-yard line.
What a great catch.
Unbelievable, and Gidry brought it down. 41 yards. Clock stops while they move the chains. Touchdown, onside kick. Shades of Gary Beeman.
Here's Fox. He's throwing the post better. Watch how Soward uses his hands and concentrates. You see him look that thing right down to his 1 and 8.
Soward loves to play against UCLA. Fox. Oh, almost had that intercepted. Oh, my. He had his big tight end, Harris, all alone at the goal line.
Oh, did he?
And he very nearly got picked off. Soward has caught 8 balls, 181 yards, and a touchdown, which gives him 5 touchdowns now. Am I correct? 4 against UCLA. In 2 games.
Tom, the way the Bruins are overplaying that quick post or slant or whatever you want to call it. Start Billy Miller in or Soward and come back out here to the corner and you got it.
Okay. Second down. Straight up the middle. Sherman's tripped up as he gets to the 7-yard line, and a flag down on the field, which will be probably penalty number 15 or so against SC, I would imagine.
I've lost count.
Yeah. Well, his microphone, his battery wore out trying to...
You're right.
Illegal shift on the offense. The offense never got set.
2:29 is the time remaining in this ball game. SC down by 10, and they have the ball at the Bruin 19-yard line. They had it down inside the 15 at one time.
Second and 15 from the 19.
Second and 15 from the 19. Fox. tipped incomplete. Going to bring up third down.
Here he is trying to get Bastianelli just underneath the zone defense and throws it just a tad high.
Fourth quarter score, Washington State 38, Washington 28.
Washington State leading by 10 up at Seattle. Bruins leading by 10 as Fox rolls out, throws. Oh, my. Oh, boy. I don't know who he was trying to hit, McCutcheon or something. He just...
I think he was trying to hit McCutcheon coming across.
Well, what happened to that pass?
Really high.
It'll bring up fourth down, and the Trojans will try to get free. Adam Abrams from the 27 will try a 37-yard effort. He's made 8 straight. That one is tipped a bit. It's good. He's made 9 in a row. 31-24. Well, there are 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. But did you expect something different? I mean, going right down to the wire. The final 2 minutes coming your way in a moment.
I was born a Clippers fan, but no one ever understood. My mom.
I know what you're doing with that magazine.
My boss.
Sorry at the buzzer. It's good.
It's bad.
You're fired.
My fiance.
That's your tux?
Well, it's my away tux, but then one day.
That's it. The Clippers all season long on Fox Sports West 2.
Student Sports Magazine, the best for high school sports coverage, education, and inspiration for over 12 years. This magazine covers statewide ratings, rankings, and stats, as well as team and player profiles. It also offers information to help student athletes in their everyday lives. With Student Sports Magazine, you can read about tomorrow's stars today. To order, call 1-800-888-8477 and get a free T-shirt with 1 year's subscription. Visa and MasterCard accepted.
Welcome to Green Bay, Wisconsin. How many Packer fans we have out here?
I'm Anthony Schoenleber, and I give tours here at Lambeau Field.
Here it is, folks. Lambeau Field, also known as the frozen tundra.
There's no word to explain what it's like to walk on the grass or to feel the grass there. You know you're in Packer country right there. You have Brett Favre, who scores touchdowns, and Reggie White, who sacks the quarterback. This is it. This is the frozen tundra. This is where it all happens.
So it's come down to this. Trojans trail by 7. Time just over 2 minutes. Onside kick. The recovery paramount for the Trojans if they are to keep their hopes alive. I don't think they've done it all year, have they? They kick it the other way. They got it. SC has the ball. SC has the football.
That was a...
Boy, they misled everybody, looking like they were going to kick it left, and Rendon kicked it right. And it might have been Ohalete who got that football. Number 31, a freshman from Los Alamitos.
USC did a great job of lining up 10 guys. Looks like a regular kickoff time. Then spread 5 guys to the right, 5 to the left. He looks like he's going left, and he just hooks it. And he's a right footer.
Ohalete was on it. Well, 2 minutes remain. It is a 7-point ball game.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The ball is at the Trojan 48-yard line. Fox, rush, hit again, buried. USC has only 1 timeout left, and the clock is ticking away.
Led by Brian Wilmer.
Wilmer leading the charge. Boy, they look like a jailbreak, don't they, when they come after you?
Sure did. They brought their strong safety, Williams, and he's the guy that really caused it. And watch Williams come hard from the right of your screen right there and forces Fox to start looking around. Wilmer actually comes back forward and makes the tackle.
Fox back again, steps up, batted down. We'll make it 3rd down. The good part about that play is it stops the clock with 1:26.
Say, old Rome Douglas, the left tackle, number 78 for USC, is an old tight end. You just see him, his instincts. He wanted to catch that football.
Trojans trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
It's happened before.
Oh, it has indeed, but it hasn't for the Trojans in a long time. 3rd down. Fox.
Gets another one swatted back
Well,
in the face.
it looked like he tried to throw that right over the line of scrimmage. I can't understand that play.
He was trying to go to Bastianelli in the middle.
Yes, but I mean, they've got to run a little down and out, don't they, and hit the sidelines and kill the clock? And that he comes right over the middle with that. Batted away. And where was Bastianelli? I didn't see a Cardinal jersey in there at all on that replay. Well, SC is using its last timeout. 1:22 remains.
I'll tell you who we need right now, the guy in the next booth. Hal Betzel.
Hal Betzel, yeah.
Two-time All-American SC, 6'5", 225, and you send him down and out.
Trouble is, we've all lost a step or two.
He's got a little hitch in his get-along, doesn't
Yeah, it is only natural.
Tell you what we've got to do right now is what Hugh Jackson's telling him. We're going to run it, and we're going to throw a crossing route, and we're going to catch that thing about 18 yards deep.
I think that it's time for Hail Mary. Jump ball somewhere about 40 yards downfield, and if he doesn't catch it, hope there's a flag. I don't think his options are many as he comes to the line of scrimmage. 1:22 to go at his own 37, 4th down and a mile. Downfield, intercepted, picked off by Terwanga, and that will end it at the Bruin 23-yard line. So Fox is intercepted twice. UCLA drops the ball once. Only 3 turnovers in this bitterly contested crosstown rivalry. And the Bruins will end up with a record of 9-2, and what a job they've done since the opening game losses to Tennessee and Washington State. But if it holds up from up north, the score Washington State, Washington, the Bruins still won't go to the Rose Bowl. So they will just go through the motions now with 1:15 and run the clock out. SC has no timeouts. SC cannot stop the clock. And the magician, Cade McNown. Boy, is he some kind of a good football player. And we've named him our player of the game.
No doubt about it. Unanimous.
Yeah, our Toyota player of the game. 15 of 25, 3 touchdowns, rushed for a ton of yardage, and all of it seems, when faced with 3rd and long. 3rd down, McNown. Tell Mark Dellums I said that about him, will you? Maybe he can use it in the press book a year from now. This kid is a magnificent 3rd down quarterback. He'll sit on it, and that'll be it as the clock ticks away. The Trojans will have lost to UCLA for the 7th time. So while it was number 7, a big number in this ball game, it turned out to be a big one for the Bruins and not the Trojans. It was a valiant effort by SC, but again, a 3rd period, Coach Fertig, in which they did nothing despite getting the ball to start the 3rd period. Unable to move it, and in point of fact, the 3rd period was just another nightmare for him, and McNown came on to get 10 points to put UCLA on top, and the Trojans come back with, you know, a field goal to make it close, but close is no cigar. That's it. It's over. Craig, thank you. I've really enjoyed the year, and I hope we get to do it again and again and again. Thank you, Dr. Bob, and thank you, Dennis. There's Bobby Toledo going over to shake hands with Robinson. Of course, the question now, was this Robinson's last game? Will he be back to coach again for the Trojans? I don't know, but you'll know about it soon enough. It would appear, despite a great season for Bobby, why his team is not going to represent the conference in the Rose Bowl, but what a good football team they are. Thanks again, Craig, from the Coliseum. 91,000 fans screaming as the Bruins do it again. This time, 31-24. For Craig Fertig, I'm Tom Kelly. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the season. So long, everybody.